Allow the children
it's okay. It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay.
She
off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ ara lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take your time to read the caption of the broadcast, or read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Hear it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them that Maiyegun today. Director Scott, all of you now. Tell them. Cardo-B oniro, Emefiole, and Emefiole's crime. They will be child's play to what Cardo-B, Cardo-B, Cardoso will do to you. Propaganda lanje, propaganda vibes, and inshallah, Tifnubunomics. Hang on, did somebody say no volume? You better commit to it now if the volume is not working. Or you might check your own audio. Thank you so much. Motide, thank you very much for joining me once again. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. We miss our midday broadcaster today, simply because I don't know if you notice. I think I've got a swollen cheek here, right? So I was having some toothache earlier today, but it wasn't like my teeth. It's something that's like my gum, and I had to use some painkillers, and some of them makes me feel drowsy that I had to sleep. I think I still have the remnants in my system. So that was why we are not on earlier today. But I've come with a better loaded package tonight. And if you have shared the broadcast already, thank you. I don't know if you probably saw the news earlier today. It started from last night. And majority of you probably didn't see it as propaganda. I mean, true to it, I actually wanted it to be true. Because even me, I want to see, Nigerians kind of have a win. Like you have a break. You know what I mean? With this whole thing happening, the whole storm that you have to deal with every day, especially the economy. So even me somehow wanted the news to be real, so that you can have something that you can say, okay, yeah, at least that's a break. And what am I talking about? Last night, Cardo-B Cardoso and their propaganda machine, they went to work. And it was to alert Nigerians that, listen, the problem of backlogs, backlog of unpaid, money of investors in Nigeria, especially the international airline operators in Nigeria. So let me give you the backstory. Under Bukwari, these international airlines, they signed a deal. And in that deal was, they will come and trade in Nigeria. Okay? And whenever it is time for them to recoup their profits back to their headquarters, which is their own country, the money will be converted to dollars. And the Central Bank of Nigeria was a partner in guaranteeing that investment. You know, when they say investors should come to your country, investors should come to your country, there are some agreements. It's not just coming in to do the business. There are some certain things. Everyone who comes to do business in your country, they are coming from somewhere. They started from somewhere. They profit or whatever they make. And their intention in your country is not to help your country. It's for them to make profits. And in the process, they may be helping. Their services and all that may be helping you. But whatever they give to you is for profit. It's not charity. So at the end of the day, they will need to take this profit or their investment back to their country. So the agreement is, yes, once your money is matured, you want to take them away. So under Bukwari, these airlines and some other like international businesses in Nigeria, they started having problems of forex. Normally, when they trade in Nigeria, they trade in Naira. When you buy your ticket or airline ticket in Nigeria, it is in Naira. Abi? Now, if you have, for example, let's say an airline have 500 billion Naira accumulated because the Central Bank of Nigeria of Emefiele continue to tell them, you know, we'll get that cover, we'll get that cover. At some point, they were giving them fraction of the money they needed to take back to their country, affecting their operations. But that was then. At a point, it finally stopped. They couldn't take their money back to their country. How can you do a business in a country and you can't take the money back to your headquarters, because that is a branch of your business, and that can actually affect other, you know, any problem with a branch can affect the other operations, or you just have to shut down. So this now accumulated to what was then $10 billion. And in retaliation, these companies, these airlines ran back to their countries. And the one that is more prominent among those who actually retaliated, the Nigerian criminal politicians, Nigerian government under APC, they have Naira, there is Naira. That was the money people paid, but the central bank had to make it, turn it into Forex for them to take away. And that was the problem. So Dubai responded, UAE, you know that. They had to ban visas to punish Nigerians because of this money. So when Tinubu rigged himself in, so they took their propaganda machine to UAE, and within minutes, they announced to the world that UAE had lifted the ban on visa because Tinubu promised that he would clear the backlog. He will pay all the money. But do you want to know where these scammers, these criminals, who seems not to give a damn about the consequences of what they are doing, as long as their propaganda machine can run with all this falsehood, half truth, and then you know, do some other abracadabra that will make it look like, oh, the policy seems working. Oh, Tinubu has cleared the backlog. No, they didn't clear any backlog. Do you understand what the problem is, right? I'll tell you. When this wahala started, Naira to dollar exchange rate was 400 Naira to a dollar. Remember that APC, Egbekegbe, met dollar to Naira or Naira to dollar at 145 Naira official rate to a dollar, and 199 Naira to a dollar black market rate in 2015. I hope you remember that. And immediately they came in, every money they found everywhere, they looted them, right? So the airlines who had, for example, 1 million Naira, when APC, Egbekegbe, came in, and exchange rate was 145 Naira. You see, that 1 million Naira could automatically be like around 1,500 or so dollars, Abi? 1 million Naira. Somehow, Abi? So, but when APC, Egbekegbe, came in, let's go forward, when they now make a deal with the Central Bank of Nigeria that their $10 billion will be made available to them at the exchange rate of 400 Naira to a dollar. So 400 Naira to a dollar, so 1 billion Naira, $1 billion then will mean 400 billion Naira. So with 400 billion Naira, they will get $1 billion. So look at that deal that way, right? But when this Tinubu and his Cardo-B came in, they now offer that, listen, number one, we don't even know if all this money is true. So we are trying to probe and see which of the money is true, which one is not true. So how to know which money, which of these businesses, or businesses with their bank statement, everything, or showing the money. Oh. So they said they want to investigate. And the template of checking which of this claim is true and which of them is not true is this. Cardo-B offered to pay those who are ready at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira. Now, you know what that simply means? That means to get, before with 400 billion naira from their $10 billion, with 400 billion, they will get $1 billion, Abi. The overall $10 billion, you could possibly put it at 4 trillion naira. So let's say all these international businesses and their money in Nigerian bank that they couldn't take out is a total of 4 trillion, which will give them $10 billion. Okay. So now when you now decide to pay them at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira to $1, what you are doing then is that, let me see how I can explain this in my way, right? What you are doing then is that, you see $10 billion, that was 4 trillion. So what you are now saying is, we will give you 4 trillion naira. But today, $1 billion, just one, is 1.6 trillion naira. That is $1 billion, 1.6 trillion. So which means the airlines, right? They would have to convert 1.6 trillion of their money to get $1 billion. Now, if you multiply 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, I think that should be 3.2, 4.8 trillion, okay? So which means Nigeria is going to give them, instead of $10 billion, Nigeria will give them something around $3 billion. Nigeria will cancel 7 billion. Because if Nigeria should pay the $10 billion at the 1.6 billion, 1,600 naira to $1, Nigeria will be paying about 11.6 trillion naira. Do you get that now? Oh no, not Nigeria. For these airlines to get $10 billion, they would have to give Nigeria 11.6 trillion naira. But remember, their money was 4 trillion. If you convert it to the old rate that they agreed that they will be paid, that 4 trillion naira, Nigeria would have to pay them $10 billion. But that 4 trillion naira, that Nigeria is the one printing naira, so that 4 trillion naira, Nigeria is ready to now pay equivalent of the 4 trillion naira. If they pay the equivalent of the 4 trillion naira, that means these people will collect something about $2.6 billion. So they rejected it. Do you understand? So those who agreed that just give us whatever you have. So we are not even doing business in your country anymore. Just give us anything you have. Those ones in Tinubu Cardo-B's book, those are the legitimate claim. You see those ones that won't settle for that, those are illegitimate claim. And do you know something? Ask them, how much of that 4 trillion naira backlog are they paying? And how much is it in dollars? Ask them. It is the same thing like, see, what these businesses, what they are rejecting is what some of you don't even have choice. Remember that in 2015, your 1 million naira in 2015, I think will give you, how much again? Is that not $5,000? Yeah, $5,000. So for you to get 1 million naira, you needed $5,000. Now, if you have put that your 1 million naira in your bank, or you buy a share in Nigeria, I don't know how to put that to you, right? But let's assume that you just leave the 1 million naira in the bank. You're not touching it and they have not deducted everything. And you go back there in 2024, 9 years after, to check your 1 million and see how much you have made. So withdraw that 1 million naira and check today. That your 1 million naira is now worth $700, I'll be $600. From $5,000 for 1 million naira to ordinary $700 9 years after. That is what Nigeria, Tinubunomics, the arrangement that Cardo-B announced to all of you last night, that their media spread all over Nigeria today. They were saying that, listen, even though these people have 4 trillion naira in our bank, back then it is worth $10 billion. But today, they still have that 4 trillion. But we are ready now to exchange the money for them. But that 4 trillion naira is now worth just $2.6 billion. If you are a business or a business rep, would you take such deal from any country? The deal that will make you forfeit 70% of your money. It is your money. You've paid tax to them. They've deducted their taxes. They've deducted everything from you. You've paid what you have to pay. It's just the money in their bank. And the agreement that covers you is that every time you want your money, they will exchange it to dollars for you. It's an agreement. You cannot pack naira to your country. So would you forfeit over $7 billion and say, yes, we agree to a deal with, that is the Tinubu number. That is what they announced to you. And that is why I say these people are heartless. Because you see, clearing the backlog alone will actually free so many innocent families, Nigerians who are residing, especially in UAE. That was the condition they gave to Tinubu when he went there last year. We will do business in your country, but we don't trust your system. We don't trust that way. And if you check Tinubu's video in most of the places he's been to, he kept saying, do your money in, your money out. You will not have problem taking your money out. Don't worry, you won't have any problem. When you invest in Nigeria, you can take your money out anytime. Why? Because that's what the UAE told him. We can't do a business in a place where, our money will get stuck and we can't really get any, any help from your court. It's like you have no real law. Everybody wants to take bribe. I'm talking about your money. So, we can't work in such place. So if you really want, that's what our people said, their businesses will be affected. Their businesses are being affected as we speak right now. Like you have $10 billion somewhere. Some people get 1 billion, some 2 billion, some hundreds of millions of dollars. Their money. And when they left, they also left with thousands of jobs. Ask some of the people that were working with some of these international businesses back then. Some of them had to sell whatever they can sell quickly when they saw the signal, and they left. Then the central bank governor, the Central Bank of Nigeria, and their propaganda machine, and their media in Nigeria, they announced to the rest of Nigeria that they have cleared the backlog. Simply because those who didn't take that bogus fraudulent offer, they were called illegitimate claim. Can you even believe that? Your money, government of the country is saying your money, your claim is illegitimate. Your money, and then using their media to bash you, to blame you, to condemn you, to even blame you for the economic problem of Nigeria. How would any of this actually help Nigeria? How? How would any of this create trust or confidence? Like, do you really think them using media to continue to make you, like, trigger you and make you feel like something is like, so do they not know that every now and then they continue to kill whatever trust some of you still have in them? A lot of us don't have any trust in them anymore, and we will never, ever, they swear for me, trust something that these criminals say. Are they mad? They say something and you are not there to scrutinize it and check it properly. Now, the airlines and the businesses have come out and said, no, we did not collect any backlog from these people. It's all bollock, nonsense. And it is what it is. However, a lot of you are helping them. I know that I may not have so much influence on so many of you, but I'll continue to remind us, Sha, that if not for those of you in the diaspora, if not for us in the diaspora, bailing out that system through the back door, and somehow after they have depleted the resources of that country, corrupted, and then they use corruption to impoverish their people, we have always been their target. Nigerians in the diaspora that always remit money back to Nigeria. They wanted that money you are remitting back to Nigeria be sent to them, through them, so that they can give our families in Nigeria the Naira. They need us to help them strengthen the Naira. There's nothing else to save the Naira. These guys are not investing in manufacturing, in electricity, in anything that could help boost their economy. If they are not borrowing, they are scheming on how to kind of get into our pockets. It seems they succeeded in the month of January and then February. Do you know that? All of Funa. When they come on social media, they talk, say, I told you, I'm not saying you shouldn't send money to your family members. I send money to my own too. I said, when you jump on all those their apps, transfer money app, if anybody bring transfer money to Nigeria app for me to advertise on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, I could easily just tell them, show them the door, because I am not going to help a corrupt system that is always looking for their easy way out. Nothing that lasts ever. Now, the record showed that the money you transfer to Nigeria in January and in February, some of them through those transfer apps, they ended up in the pocket of Cardo-B. And without any doubt, in 2 months alone, they have managed to make over $1.8 billion from all of us all over the world. All of now. As the poverty is increasing in Nigeria, that is how we are sending more money, Abi. I'm not saying you shouldn't. Don't send money through their app that they will give Naira to your family members in Nigeria. Because what you are doing is you are helping them. We are subsidizing Nigeria. You don't have to give money and share money to people on the streets before the money you send into that economy ended up in their pockets. The inflation has finished everything in that place. And so is how much money a lot of us are now sending back there. So if you all send money, before they send £200, £500, now you are sending £1,000, $2,000. In a single month, you are sending $4,000. And now you be that. So what are you doing? Cardo-B and his gang, they said, if the reason why you don't want them to change money for you you don't want to use central bank or you don't want to use bank is because of the disparity in the exchange rate between the black market and the central bank. Hey, Naira ni, we can print surplus for you. Oh yeah, share that they change them for 1,600 Naira B. We go change them for you for 1,600. In fact, we will put 10 Naira on it, 1,610. Just send that dollar, just send it. Because the moment they honor that money you are sending, those transfer apps, they have no choice. They will remit the actual dollars to Nigeria. And in 2 months, they have gathered over $1.8 billion. That is not money from crude oil. That is not money from taxes. That is not money from foreign direct investors. This is your $100, $200, 500 riyad, 2,000 randi. All this money you are sending. Cardoso is now acting like a champion in Nigeria, saying the Naira is gaining its strength again because Cardo-B is olopolo economist. Meanwhile, Cardo-B is using the corrupt system that you have in Nigeria, and he himself and his friends taking a shot at the Naira. When they have enough dollar in their kitty, they will bring it a little bit down because it will be available. Now, them they demand for Amabi. So the moment it is gone, it's back there. And you begin to say, why can't this just stay for like 6 months? I mean, like, for example, right? If there is actually any real thing, the physical thing that you can point at and say, now this. So I just told you now, if all of us who are sending money to Nigeria, stop sending that money via all those transfer app, talk to your own guy, talk to your agent that is sending money for you. Ask them, if I give you this money and you're going to put the Naira in the bank account of my person, right? Are you doing that through the app? Ask your person now. Because some of you, I know, instead of the money you are sending to reduce, now Cardo-B has devised the means to say they are running away, Abi. Give them whatever they want. How much they want to exchange? 1,800. Tell them that they can take it 1,800. Give it to them. Just collect the dollar. We need it. So we are funding their failure. We are subsidizing their incompetence and their corruption, like without even noticing or knowing what you are doing. So you might think you are helping Nigeria. No, you are not. You are helping the criminals in Nigeria to survive another day. You know what they have done to Nigerians? But where every dollar you put in their hand, every pound you put in their hand, you are helping them to survive another day. And that is why when you look at when they say Nigeria economy depends on dollar, because Nigeria imports almost everything. And then they say, okay, the dollar has gone up. Scarcity because of demand. Those who want to pay school fees, those who want to pay hospital bill, those who want to go on, government-sponsored training, workshop in London, in New York, and all these places. All this demand, they are seasonal. Those who want to go to Mecca, those who want to go to Jerusalem, all of this demand, all rested on the same dollar that Nigeria is not by any means earning. Because all the sources of earning this same forex is dried up and is completely like tapped straight into the private pocket of these rogues. So every time you send money through their app, every time you send money that they have to give Naira to your family member, when it is actually like through app, you are bailing them, and every dollar they can get is golden right now. Because if the dollar goes down, if the Naira goes up and the dollar goes down, shouldn't that affect the price of things? Now, I think I have a theory for that, because it is artificial, it is fake, it is built on nothing. Naira is fighting back, Naira is fighting back, it's fighting back on empty stomach, it's fighting back on nothing. So that is why it can't last. Okay, it's built on nothing. So the moment the moment the lies sort of blown up, it goes back to descending. And the business or the economy itself cannot adjust to it. If your exchange rate cannot be stable for at least 6 months, to start with 6 months, how is your economy going to react to that or stable? Because if you go to the market and you buy at a very high cost, and you have to resell back to your own customers, you would have to sell according to how you buy. Now, if you go there and they say, oh, dollar is high and you buy at that high rate, and then you come back while you are trying to dispose of all of that, they say dollar has come down. And then you're like, okay, yeah, probably I'm going to go back now and then buy at the rate that the dollar is now down. But by the time you go back, it's back up again. And there you are. You probably won't even be able to afford another supply. So you are stuck in between. So how is that going to? Because it's all artificial, fake, right? That is another one. Here, you see this issue of, this is now where I'm going to begin to bring some certain stuff to you, okay? But I'm going to take it from what Tinubu said. Tinubu said that he's going to honor these slain soldiers, okay? It's going to give them national honor because they are heroes. However, there are so many cover-up that they do not want anybody to touch. But we will touch it, as we have found, okay? So they have told us now that Colonel Ali, the leader of these guys, the man at the top left, they said is oil bunkering ghostbuster. Ghostbuster means those who are stealing crude oil in Nigeria. According to this guy, he said, why would they kill them? They said the guy has been going everywhere to bust those who are stealing crude oil in Nigeria. And that Okwama's area and the whole entire axis is oil bunkering hot zone. Oil bunkering hot zone. Listen.
And I don't know what kind of, for a human being to go to that extent to do for people that came on a peaceful means, then there's something that goes beyond that. I know him, the CEO himself, Lieutenant Colonel Ali, of recent, because we have emphasized we want the oil production of Nigeria to increase so that we'll be able to have enough foreign exchange and then things can really go down because we all know the challenges we're going. And so he insisted that all illegal activities within the general area must stop. So he directed all his troops and they were stopping all this illegal bunkering, stopping all these things. And then these are the people benefiting from it. And so when this issue came, I think it came as an opportunity for them to also do away with him. And that's exactly what happened. We know who did it. We are following up on him, and it's just a matter of time. We're sure we're going to get him. Because they took away again arms. We must get those arms back. We must get those guys so that they can be prosecuted.
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Did you hear him? That colonel was trying to help Nigeria to make money from crude oil. You know what Nigeria is going through. So he now took it upon himself to stop bunkering. So that Nigeria can sell crude oil and make dollar from crude oil. How could anybody just kill that person? But the truth is that if the man, let's respect the dead just for a few seconds, okay? I told you, right? Make all of us, they do well, they do good when you are alive. Make sure say you do good when you are here, so that all of us no go come to your burial on the lie. You will be say now show malu, evil, wicked, that human. They will come to your burial on the talk say, she's such an angel. Oh my God, when she died, the entire community was so, oh God. Na lie, you want me to count the lies. That's why. Do good when you see they alive. Yeah, but let's respect the dead for a few seconds, okay? Because, let's assume that The guy and his team, they left Cardo-B, they left Sokoto, they left Borno, they left Taraba, they left Niger. They did not touch what you call Plateau or Benue, all these places where the terrorism is still so strong. But they felt so concerned. Listen, look at their faces. They felt so concerned. Otherwise, Nigeria losing money to oil thieves. And we soldiers, we are here. What are we born for? What are we alive for? What are we soldier for? We need to save Nigeria. So they took it upon themselves. So when they call them heroes, that will make sense that the people who were carrying out bunkering, stealing of crude oil, refining crude oil that they are selling, people in that community said they are security agents, they are soldiers, policemen. And since this killing happened, they said the Nigerian army have stopped everybody from coming there, including the state governor, the state commissioner of police. So no police is what, don't go there. It's a war zone. They don't want anybody there. So could these people have been killed by their colleagues, like Milady Charm postulated 2 days ago? No? Now they said they know who did it and they will go after him. There is this young man who made a video, and it's kind of like, I don't know. But the guy said what they did in their community is not peace meeting. In fact, is a den of terrorism against not just the people, against Nigeria. And when they said they know who did it, they will get him. I beg you. Nobody say, you know what I mean? Like when they kill or attack people in northern Nigeria, the media in Nigeria will say bandits, Boko Haram. What else again? Well, you see this Okwama, suddenly they said the youth of the community killed 16 soldiers, combat-ready soldiers. Well, this guy seems to have already claimed responsibility for it too. I just want me you watch.
This one, now be my last video when I go do concerning this Okwama and Okoloba fight. Okwama and Okoloba, they get land issue. The land issue, small crisis called a day. Oh, now, where be your people? Where federal government give power to the bomb buckery, to the bomb diesel, and they cook. They use the same army, they escort their own, they go sell. They betray their own blood. That man, he go use the army, carry people from Okwama community. 3 people where they carry, they slaughter them. Now, they come back to come carry community leaders. And I know very well, say, once the community leaders are captured, the youth are powerless. The action take place. When they make comments, say, na peacekeeping, all those army come. Point of correction, no army come for peacekeeping. They fight in favor of Tompolo, because Tompolo have ordered them to do so. When they say, make I show my face, all these are comments, when they comment, now just ordinary written. Now writing, or just the write. If I know if you talk true for this my land, you know get where I go when I go talk true, when I go believe am. Now this video will be the last video when I go do. My papa, a retired captain for this Nigeria. He died last year. He retired as a captain in the army. And I don't lost over 6 of my friends and relatives for this Nigeria. Remember, as an army, this Nigeria is not worth dying for as a country. And they let you know. So, if you want to like, when I carry this matter from here to the next level, if you want to like, my federal government declare me wanted. I'm proud of it. Yes, I'm proud of it. Now they say show your face. If I show my face, what you go do me? What you go do me? So to talk true for this country now a crime. No wonder when they say truth is always bitter. Crisis day between two community. When I know if you call the elders, I know if you call the leaders to settle the issue amicably. You they want oppress one side for other side. You they call them peacekeeping. And so they keep peace. Okay, now go school pass. Now know the law pass. Now so oppression. This country, if not before one thing, I foresee, make it be like that. North, day or north. South, day or south. All army, if you dey serve this country, serve with sense. If you be police, police with sense. This Nigeria, your country is not worth dying for. I dey tell now, no na get sense.
I don't know him. However, his face is out there. It's out there, and it's been fingered as one of the Okwama's youth that the Nigerian military have declared wanted. Somebody who made video to say what was really happening there, the business of the Nigerian army, and why they are taking side, who is actually funding the operation. Tompolo. I suppose open like shrine somewhere or something. I mean, make I just open a prayer house somewhere. Because I remember when I did say, Nigeria never finished like this. The giant of Africa, that has the military, which you have the army, the navy, the air force, the DSS, the NIA, the DIA, the MU and all that stuff, right? Security, there was like, but yet that Nigeria who has custom, immigration, civil defense, Yetiala and all that. That country cannot protect our own pipeline and waterways against the smugglers of his most precious forex earning resource or resources, oil and gas, that they have to use a retired terrorist, because Tompolo no different from Shekau. Now they dressing different. Their weapons are weapons of mass destruction. We know that. They will say the operation is different or somehow. But Tompolo, Baba, Tompolo, government Tompolo, the guy where Bokwari they pay 4.2 billion naira every month for 7 years. Bokwari they pay him 4 billion naira every month to protect the pipeline, because if they no give him, in boys go blow him up. So instead of getting him arrested and they're prosecuted and even jailed, what did the criminals do? They offered him a deal, and he's now the one protecting the pipeline of Nigeria. He's now the one arresting vessels, stealing crude oil. Tompolo, they fight Navy on top water. Navy, they guide ship with stolen crude oil. Tompolo boys, they come. They say, Captain Musa, is that you? No, you are not taking this one this time around. No, you are not taking it. I'm arresting it. Former militants, they arrest Navy, because Navy can't they steal crude oil. And the militants can't they guide their oil. Here we are. What happened to his own operation? That means he's the police of himself, Nabi. The whole waterway is controlled by Tompolo, courtesy of the giant of Africa, Iluoshi. Imagine Saudi Arabia, giving the pipeline protection and guidance, including refinery guidance to Osama bin Laden. At least he was a Saudi. He's from Saudi. That's what Nigeria is. Iluoshi. But you know something? That boy said majority of the guys who did there in Atompolo that they work for, from your colonel to your general to everybody in Atompolo. You want to make money in Niger Delta, you work with Tompolo. So who are those who gang up and killed these people? For real, who killed them? What is that connection with Bayelsa and the 11 people? You know, see, they kill 11 people in Bayelsa, innocent people on the streets. Eh? Imagine you waiting for your daughter or your son. See, look at this boy that I've sent to go and buy us so and so for the past 1 hour. You can't come out, they look for him. Junior. Po. That's it. Because Nigerian army are looking for somebody they said is a militant, that their investigation showed that it was part of those who killed soldiers in Delta State, story alone. A lot of people have theory. But before we go into their theory, here is one of those who are now ready, telling everybody that you kill soldier, you die.
Our soldiers will die for Delta State. Now cry, because me a Delta boy. I know what I don't face for this country. I don't go Maiduguri, spend 4 years, fight. I know how many Maiduguri soldiers who come from Maiduguri die for their state, to protect their land. I know how many Katsina, I know how many Katsina people who come from Katsina will die for Katsina. But when I get my kill our soldiers with Delta State and all the South people just they comment, rubbish comments. They say whether soldiers will they die for North, whether they put them online. Have you been to Maiduguri before? Have you been to Katsina before? Now Google kill you for that kind of talk where they talk. See, we not forgive anybody. We kill the frontline soldiers. We must avenge the death. Even me be worried boy, I pray make a day among the operation. I do good things to the good people. If you don't like this uniform, even though say my mama, you don't like this my uniform, I swear to God, I declare you my #1 enemy. I'll come for you. When I forget say those that live in glass house do not throw stone. If all you touch one hand, you go affect the other hands. So as when I don't prize, when I must collect. No for now they say, these soldiers, when I forget say the soldiers get family, get wife, get mama where they pray for them as they fight for the country. When I kill them anyhow now, they feel say, behead them, open their stomach. I will do good things to the good people and bad things to the bad people. Since you don't.
I'm so sorry. The audio is really, really very low. I did my best to shore it up, but it wasn't up enough. That's a Nigerian soldier saying, talking like a regular court or a courtist. Without. And you can ask, what kind of training they give to them? Soldiers. Those are the soldiers who drug addicts. Well, he was there saying, I've been Niger Delta boy. You get my kill soldier. You do not know that if anybody that kills soldier is like killing my brother, like my blood. I just pray that I'm part of the operation that will come there for you. You don't price. Soldier, they tell citizens that they don't price. He's talking to civilians, because he's going to be so strong and feel powerful to kill any civilian and show that power. Well, I will take you to this chart before we continue. What is really going on in that place? Especially since this operation fish out the soldier slayers. Let's start with this.
The first instance that the military cannot be entirely a judge in its own court, that the military should allow access onto the crime scene. Even the governor could not access it. The commissioner of police lamented yesterday. It's not done that way. It's unfortunate it has happened. But to get to the root of it, the military may have to step back. The place cannot remain a perpetual operational area. No, I think they have done enough operation. And let them step back so that people can go there, investigation properly done, and then the root of the matter is reached. Going to recommendations, you will agree that these are just symptomatic of the fault lines of the Nigerian state. Is going to continue if nothing is done drastically to address the structure, the conditions that make this possible. Take, for instance, 16 military men. Out of the 16 military men, you have how many officers? You have a lieutenant colonel, you have 2 majors, you have a captain. Then before you talk of the rank and file. This, by every definition, is a strategic team of that Bomadi battalion. It's not the tactical team. And so what was actually compelling about a peace mission in that place, that we require the strategic team going for a tactical mission. So it shows that there are so many things underlying that we are not talking about. That if it were actually for a peace mission, wouldn't it be better? Wouldn't it have been better for those community leaders to be summoned to the base in Bomadi for discussions to be held? This was not done. Instead, the entire leadership of the battalion went to Bomadi and be so exposed. And if a mission like that is being carried by the strategic team, why was there no enough tactical cover that they were just gotten and taken out like that so cheaply, the Nigerian military? That is uncalled for. So you will see that there are so many things that are wrong. The Niger Delta today is a big crime scene. What matters in the Niger Delta is oil. And everything is subordinated to oil. And so even the lives of the people, their livelihoods, subordinated to oil. And so the mandate is that go and get the oil out at all costs. All of these have to be addressed. If they are not addressed, nothing is going to happen. And the place is under siege. The psychological pressure on the place. Take, for instance, if you are traveling from Warri to Port Harcourt, you will encounter more than 200 roadblocks. So the people are harassed on a daily basis. And it is for nothing but to say that oil must flow at all costs. So if we are addressing all of this, it must be made clear that Niger Delta has to be opened up in development. If we are opened up in development, I don't think we will need so much of military presence for the oil to flow. Right now, every military officer wants to work in the Niger Delta because we know what is involved. Underlying all of this is the issue of bunkering, and it's something that we are not bringing to the fore. But it's so unfortunate because if it is not addressed, it is going to happen again. And we will come back to saying the same things, that, oh, we ought to have done this. Who did this? And then the military will move in again in their normal way to level a whole community in search of culprits. I think that the government needs to adopt a different approach entirely. Now the narrative has been to heap the entire blame on the Okwama community as against any other reason. And it is not true that Okoloba, it is not true that any misunderstanding between the Anurobo community and the Ijo community could actually bring that level of crisis, that level of tragedy that we witness. It is not true. These communities, the Ijo and Urobo, they are so integrated, so intertwined, that nothing happens at that scale. For instance, I give you a measure of that is, Bayelsa today is considered as an all-Ijo state. But the deputy governor, the current deputy governor of Bayelsa State, is an Urobo man, Lawrence Egujakpo. His own community is right there in the heart of Bayelsa. That is Bayelsa West. Ofoni.
There is more, right? How do you find that? I mean, you are listening there, right? And before I even kind of add my own, to it, he said it loud and clear. The directive is oil must flow. And that is why you will see a military, a soldier, they will rather want to work in Niger Delta area because that is where they are making the kill, stealing crude oil. How do you think Nigeria was losing 700,000 barrels of crude oil every day for over 6 years under Bukwari? How do you think that happened? Just like this. I'm interested in what that man is saying. You should too. Continue.
In the heart of Bayelsa, that is Bayelsa West, Ofoni, completely integrated, but they have not been assimilated as a cultural unit. And so for people to say, oh, something has been lingering between the Yoruba community and the Ijaw community, it is not true.
Mr. Ogbodo, if you may allow me to interject at this point. Sure that, while we're talking about these communities, it's one thing for us to say we are not able to get in, but we know for a fact, confirmed reports that people have left. These communities are now deserted. Are you hearing anything from these people? Why haven't we had any official reports? Why is nobody speaking to these people who have run away, fled, escaped their communities? From the people that, of course, you have boots on the ground. Have you been able to have any, indirect interactions with these people who have escaped these communities to get an eyewitness account of what they experienced? Or are these people currently being silenced?
Yes, many of them are putting their stories on social media, but we can't just trust that. But the truth of it is that these communities we're talking about, they are rural communities, almost like fish settlements that expanded to their community. We're talking of a community of maybe less than 1,000 people. They are afraid. They won't even want to come out to speak. Because what is in their head is that wherever you are found, you will be taken by the military. And so a lot of them are even running away from coming out to say anything. Just the leaders, by way of maybe the king of the area and other community leaders that are talking on their behalf. As we talk, there is nobody, no life there in the community. It has been taken completely over. And the soldiers will not even allow independent people to enter, to know, to have an assessment, on the ground assessment of what actually happened and what is happening now. Everything is, like the commissioner was saying yesterday, that everything is by signals from his men on ground and DPO and all of that. Why should the military? They are the ones accusing. They want to prosecute. They want to also adjudicate. It doesn't happen that way now. What jurisprudence allows that? And so, if we want to get to the bottom of this, this community, these are real ordinary people, ordinary folks. They don't even have the confidence to come out to say, oh, this is what has happened. A lot of them call. They call to say. And the story is that, oh, we have so many people killed. And we don't even have the evidence of those that have been killed. Because nobody can even access the place to know what is happening. All of us, we are in the bush. Some of us have run away, and so many have been killed. That is the story we are hearing. And nobody can get into that place to make a confirmation, to know whether it is true or not. Did the military deny that the place was not razed? So how will you now confirm that the place was razed or not razed? Is it not by visiting the place? And nobody can get there. Not even the governor of the state, who is the chief security officer of the state. You see, these are the fault lines of the Nigerian state we're talking about. The military is acting as if it is a sovereignty. No. It's subordinate to civil authority. If the president has said there should be investigation, who are those to do the investigation? The secret police is there. The normal police is there. So can't they collaborate, even if it is going to be a joint effort? Can't they collaborate with other security agencies so that we get the objective perspective? But now we just running with a single narrative. It is not proper. It is not proper. And now every other person is saying, no, the corporates must come out, the youths of, making it look like there are some people hidden in that community that must be brought out at all costs. If that level of crime has taken place, are you sure that the people that really perpetuated it will still be there, waiting to be arrested? The answer is no. Nobody has been able to give the exact circumstances under which those gallant officers were taken down.
Okay, I want to ask you this real quickly as we wrap up.
So which means you would never know. The military is doing everything to cover it up. They are not allowing anybody to access the place. Yeah, they continue to say the community should bring out the killers. Well, the community is already deserted. The people cannot go back and ascertain how many people have been killed or still left. And for those who know Nigeria military very well, they would have taken they would have taken all the bodies, make them disappear. They did it in Lagos. They did it in Kaduna. That is what they do. They will kill people, kill Nigerians, take their bodies away to be discarded. You know what I mean? Like, but the entire place, the crime scene, has been taken over by this same military, and it is actually a two-way disaster and disappointment. Nobody will be able to know what really happened there because there is no real external investigation or investigator. The soldiers, the military that died, and how they died, their family members to have a closure. You know, if your papa died as a soldier, to have a closure, you would like to know how he died. And if possible, if he died in the course of duty, man, if the state will kind of get those who did that, that's a closure. But they will never let them know how they died. They are running with one narrative. They were ambushed. They were attacked. They went for peace meeting. They went blah, blah, blah. They have given about 4 different stories of why those guys were there. And there is no single evidence that says they were actually commissioned to go and carry out a mission that will say, maybe you hear them where they do operation this, operation that, operation Python dance, operation crocodile smile, or what do you call it, operation leopard jump. They will tell you this one is the leader of the operation, what do you call it, crocodile smile. That one is, and I've never seen a crocodile that smiles. These horrible people. Crocodiles don't smile. Pythons don't dance. When pythons, they dance, they swallow either an animal. If not human being, they swallow. Whatever he's swallowing, is trying to twist it. It's not dancing. It's hurting or killing something. Little, right? When you see crocodile that open its teeth like that, crushing us, you will find something in its jaw, breaking it and crushing it and killing something. This is the names, the operational names that these criminals, these murderers, these terrorists in uniform give to their operations. But for this one, there was no name, except if they will coin one out there tomorrow. No name. So those soldiers now, hi. Well, Tinubu said he is going to honor them. Again, call you here.
The elections of this month teaches the virtue of patience, the virtue of forgiveness, and the sacrifice. You feel the hunger, not because you don't have alternative, but put yourself in the position of hungry children of our country. Put yourself in that position and see how they feel. I want to say thank you for your collaboration and cooperation as both members of the 2 houses, senators and honorable members. Thank you very much. The baby step being taken by our country is going well. The sacrifices we have made And we ask the people to continue to make, assuring them that there is a very bright light at the end of the tunnel. All you have to do is have faith. Please don't forget your constituencies. Remember what they are going through. I cannot thank all of you enough for what you have been doing. But it's for our country. There's nothing personal in this. It's for Nigeria. And we have no other country except this one. So the challenge is for all of us to see that country, this country in particular, go the right direction, move forward, make our people happy. And I believe if we continue to collaborate, discuss, entertain each other's view, we will arrive at that promised land, inshallah. I want to take this opportunity to appeal to both houses. I've been watching various committees summoning ministers, head of agencies, and everything. I've complained to the speaker month.
Nuisance lele.
I know I should have warned you, Abi, but I thought we all sort of agree that we are not going to take Kolu serious. Abi? Well, I just want to take you to the part where he decided that he's going to honor the slain soldiers. However, he didn't miss the chance of telling the robber stamps house of thieves that all these ones that you are summoning agencies summoning my ministers. No. And do you know what the speaker told him? Asiwaju, there is no single person that is against you in the house. There is no dissenting voice against you. Every bill you bring to us, we shall pass. But hear this part. Again, instead of instead of getting mad at me, you can use your fingers to type any kind of curse that comes to your mind and send it to Kolu, not me. Watch this.
I've complained to the speaker. As the poor people and our public say, let the poor breathe. Let these people do the job. We are not saying you are not influential. We are not saying you cannot do your oversight. But consider the primary duty of each agency or its personnel or the responsibility of the governor of central bank or minister of finance and coordinating economy is for you, for me, and for the entire nation. So if they are distracted and disturbed, maybe we will shift sitting tonight and find a way to accommodate one another. I am appealing to you. See if you can accept representatives in some instances. Maybe you need documentations. Don't exercise too much of your powerful position. I appeal to you. I know we have oversight responsibility. I've been through this furnace. I know. And we like to exercise that. We are in charge. Okay, I agree. Let us pray for Nigeria. Let us see our country go through this turbulence. I accept the sympathy, and on behalf of the country, I saw your messages for the loss of the life of our military men. We have to salute them as our heroes, responding to distress call. They met the end of their life in a savagery manner. Let us work to sympathize and symbolize the fact their life worth the sacrifice they are making for Nigeria. We salute all our men and women in uniform, and we sympathize with them. I will soon make further pronouncements. They must have befitting burial, and they will have national honor. Tonight, we are not going to do Idi Amin. Retaliate. So, we go home, pray for our elderly, pray for our people who had passed on. May Allah grant all our prayers and our heart desires, and set Nigeria on the path of glory, and share your history of greatness, and you be part of our tomorrow today.
Oṣó ni, àjẹ́ ni, ẹlẹ́bọlóògùn ni, amániṣe ni, afàìmọ́niṣe ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oṣó.
I don't know if I was angry or sorry or pissed off, or I don't know. I know it's like a torture, okay? I know, but I just wanted to be on record, in the diary as usual. Could you make anything out of all he said? As a matter of fact, the Nigeria military involved in oil bunkering, stealing Nigerian crude oil, and all of that, who now died in the process, will receive national honor from the drug lord that was supposed to be in jail. But the Supreme Court said, well, there's nothing they can do to it, even if it's a drug lord. Abi? And yeah, as pronounced, it will give them national honor. Yeah, give them befitting burial. I kind of support that. I don't know. Anyway, the speaker responded. That makes Tinubu know they get bad impression. We are your We are your drum beaters. Share you get. We are your boys. Use us. Nobody dare don't pimp. But
the leadership of the the House of Representatives here present, chairmen of various committees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. Your Excellency, we are here, you can see the House of Reps ably represented. As we discussed earlier, that we will choose people from the 6 geopolitical zones and also bring people from the leadership of the House to come and greet you in this very month of Ramadan, to say Ramadan Kareem to you. We are here numbering more than 60. Your Excellency, no words can express the gratitude of the House over this generous social dinner you have organized for us and also creating time to be with us here. I want to say a big thank you to you. Big thank you to all your staff who assisted one way or the other in making this dinner a very successful one. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Beyond that, Your Excellency, I need to say one or two things about the month of Ramadan. For we Muslims, we know this is the month that's earmarked for people to reflect, for people to look back on life, particularly the life of the downtrodden, to experience the pain, to experience the suffering, to experience the thirst, to experience the hunger the downtrodden express almost every day of their life. Because that will tell you how bad it is to be a downtrodden, to be somebody who cannot afford 3 square meters. And I believe that objective is being achieved by not only the Muslims, because by coincidence, this month of March also marks the month of Lent for the Christians, likewise the month of Ramadan for the Muslims. So by coincidence, God has brought us all together as leaders to experience such experience of hunger, experience of thirst, experience of supplication, experience of prayers, so that we can all reflect over where our country is today. And
of our greedy leaders. Oh, Tonja, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that we have peace in our nation. We'll try them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their journey.
so they are using Ramadan to remember what it is like to be hungry as the hungry Nigerians every day. Because if not for Ramadan, maybe they won't even understand what it feels like to be hungry. So they are thanking Tinubu for providing them this and other. I don't want you to listen to all the video. They can be boring, so I understand. Here is an annoying too, Abi. Here is a weird rat. Has something to say about all of una with the jackpa. You the jackpa, but you go and do the work that in Nigeria you will never do it. That is what Remi Werepe, rat. Remi Ahmed Tinubu, rat, had to say. I hope you heard it before now, right? Watch.
Why don't you use the money to help your neighbor until, we can really get on our feet? So, and those are the things we have to look at. And it's not that government has to begin to give food to everybody and tasking. I believe in social development and social investment for people who truly need it, And in the Bible, they even talked about, in the times of Jesus, he said, the poor you will always have in the land. Mm-hmm. So, and it's for people who God has blessed to help the poor. But now you don't even know who are poor. If you don't ride a car, they will say they are poor. If you don't have your own home, they say they are poor. Even all those people saying they are going to Japa or they go there, what work are you going to do? You know, work that you refuse to do at home, where you have loved ones. You end up going to do that. Even with all their education, they're driving cabs. But they won't drive cabs here.
Yes.
So, you know, there are a lot of things that, you know, as lawmakers we want, especially that of the security. I want you to really take it to heart, and, you know, it's really, really very, very important at this time. You know, I'm so glad that you are here, and this is a holy month.
Yeah.
As we are fasting, I pray that God will answer all your, grant all your petitions and honor your prayers, and, you know, answer it and forgive you whatever sins we have committed.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
Ṣẹ́yìn gbọ́ rat. Rat turned to motivational speaker. Because I don't even know what to say to her. So it won't sound like I am rude. Because I don't want to be rude. She wanted to stay back in Nigeria and drive a cab. Which is all right. People drive cab in Nigeria too. Abi? How many of you? And then she said something about in the time of Christ that the Bible said there will always be poor in the land. There will always be poor in the land. But that poor shouldn't be them and their family. So if it is biblical, if it is religious, that there must be poor in the land, there must be poor in the land. So if this will not just be poor, at least we have seen poor president and his family. Well, what's that country again? In South America. There's a country in South America. I think it's Chile also. No, is it Chile? Not sure. Some of you know this man now. That the poorest president in the world, driving B2. Driving 1980 B2 or something. So why can't they just be those poor and just follow the Bible and biblical teachings? Since the Bible says there will always be poor in the land. So which means even if, you know what I mean, if the system in Nigeria is naturally creating poor people. So that means it's biblical niyabi. Anyway, Madam Rat, a lot of people possibly agree with you, ma. Shengbo, because if it is coming from you, it must be true. Just like when I went to, you know, the place I did my last service last Sunday. The church I went last Sunday, they were preaching about, you know, biblical things that are of God. Like, anything where you see today is not new. They've always been happening. And my pastor said, if you know about Jacob and jackpots, then you realize that Yahoo started from the beginning of the world. Pastor Milo Sobel, we don't even know whether to beat them or to walk out. Nobody knew. We were just there like, oh, what be all of this again to your law?
When we say it, the way Yahoo is going in the country, especially in Nigeria today, we will see that how can a man who become a Yahoo make heaven? But I'm here to shock you this morning that many Yahoo boys, Yahoo girls, Yahoo man, Yahoo woman are going to make heaven. Can I give you an example? When you read the book of Genesis, chapter 27, from verse 1 to 44, there was once a man that exists. His name is Jacob. The meaning of Jacob is deceiver. And Jacob is the first Yahoo man that existed on earth. Jacob deceived his father and collected the birthright of his brother Esau and went away with it. He took it as a jackpot, because when Esau came back and said, Baba, I have prepared the venison, give me a blessing, the father said, none of the blessing is remaining. That is where jackpot started from. Jackpot is collecting all plus all. And that is what Yahoo do to some people. The man that started it, his name is Jacob. And Jacob is in heaven. Person when Papa dey heaven, they go hellfire. If you hear me say, I hear you now. The father of Yahoo is Jacob. And today all over the world, if Yahoo will take people to hellfire, every family is going to lose a child to hell. How do I mean? There is what we call government Yahoo. There is pastors Yahoo. There is business Yahoo. There is contract Yahoo. There is family Yahoo. Let me define Yahoo before I move on. Yahoo is the ability to deceive and collect from another man. Do you get what I say? Yes, sir. I say Yahoo is the ability to deceive and collect from another man. And we are going to see it in the Bible that God created the Yahoo. He created the man that they deceive and the man that is deceived. Let's see it first before I talk to you. In the book of Job, chapter number 12 and verse number 16. Let's see what the Bible says. Because whatever I'm telling you, I have gone deep in my scripture. In my scripture. To prove to people that no man should judge another man. Because what you are judging, as the Bible says, is what you are doing in one way or the other. It might be known to you, it might be unknown to you. Yes?
God is strong and always victorious.
God, another person open because I want another version. God is strong and always victorious.
God is deceived and the deceiver are
both the deceived and the deceiver are what?
Are in his power.
Are in his power. Another version. I read from my own here. It says, with him is strength and wisdom. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. The deceived and the deceiver are his. The person that they deceive is of God. The one where deceive person, now God see get her.
Yes, sir.
Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
And he say wisdom and strength belong to God. The person where he do Yahoo, no be small sense he get now wisdom. Political Yahoo is wisdom. How do they do their own political Yahoo? They will come after 4 years and promise you heaven and earth. I will build you this. I will build the road. I will do that. I will do this. At the end of the day, you vote for them. When they win the election, call their number, they will not pick. Somebody say that is a Yahoo.
That's a Yahoo.
Hallelujah. Amen. Open your Bible to Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. Let me show you another Yahoo. Another Yahoo is business. If Yahoo will go to hell, every businessman will go to hell. Because businessmen deceive in their business. How do they deceive? Proverbs 11 verse 1.
The Lord hates people who use dishonest scales.
The Lord hates people that use dishonest scales.
He is happy with honest weight.
He is happy with honest weight. What does that mean? People that what you are selling, what maybe you buy something 20 naira, you sell it for 120. Somebody say that is Yahoo.
That's Yahoo.
You are deceiving by buying something 20 naira and selling it for 120. And some people, what they sell for one person 100 naira, they will sell it 200 naira for novice. Somebody say that is Yahoo.
That is Yahoo.
So if you are in business, you are practicing Yahoo, and those who are in handwork, there's a way for them. A man that is doing handwork, he knows that the material he needs to repair maybe your car or your machine might not cost him more than 1,000. But they'll say this is handwork. Oh, it will make it 10,000. So that he will eat 9,000 and use 1,000 to buy what you need to service your car. Somebody say that is Yahoo.
That is Yahoo.
He's a deceiver. He's not telling you the truth. He deceives you and collect what he wants by the handwork he has. So if you are thinking the only people that are practicing Yahoo are those boys who are pressing, you are lying. Government are doing it. Pastors are also doing it. Let me teach you pastors Yahoo. If a man of God tell you, just like one man of God say, a popular man of God, he say anything I cannot give to God, it means I don't have it. What can you give to God? Is God lacking anything? Read your Bible. In the book of Psalms chapter 50, it says, I am God. The whole earth belongs to me. If I am hungry, I will not tell you. He said the sheep, the cow, every animals on the field are mine. He said if I become hungry, I will kill one and eat. So God is not interested in you giving money to him. So any person.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say.
Thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you,
àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa kó anybody lẹ́yìn.
last though. So that was the last Sunday sermon, but we need to move on. 2 days ago, Tinubu said is releasing the names, identities, he called it, identities of the terrorist or terrorism sponsor in Nigeria. And they listed Sheikh Osama bin Gumi's aide as one of the financiers. So Sheikh Osama bin Gumi has fired back today that Tinubu or the federal government of Nigeria has no right to declare anybody terrorist sponsor because they are the real sponsor of terrorism in Nigeria. If they cannot negotiate with the terrorists and they allow the terrorists to continue to kill people, then Nigeria government is the main terrorist. Tinubu has no right or power to declare anybody as a terrorist sponsor. Well, why won't Gumi say that? Actually, they have been making so much money from this kidnapping ransom thing, right under our noses. Imagine somebody, where they collected 100,000 naira for transportation. Say you want just that one for transport. Say I just want to go and see the terrorists that kidnap your family. So for transportation, 800,000 from poor people. And it was all done through the Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. How come these women told their story? And Nigeria, nobody acted on this. Do you remember this?
And I just they do meeting, they do committee meeting, then carry us to Gumi's house and we do meeting. Say we could meet with Ahmed, I forgot the name. They invite one fee that he come and we gather money, almost 800,000. We give her. He said that one is a transport motor. And I started crying. He said me and be wisdom and don't have husband. I just train this boy to help me tomorrow. Please, he said that one no concern her. Who will be the person? The person is a Fulani. They invite it come for one office for Kaduna Day. We just try the beggar. He said no. He said until you pay so amount. He said we don't have much. He said almost 500 million.
Initially, they asked, they were after the government paying that money, 500 million. So after, anytime they call, like me in particular, they kept calling me, Madam, Kijeki Magana the government, that I should go and talk to the government so that they will go and pay that money. So all I kept telling them was, I am a widow. I cannot have access to the government. Maybe if my husband were to be alive, maybe you know somebody who will help him to talk to the government. But I am a widow. I cannot have access to the government. So when they kept calling me for almost 2 weeks, I kept telling them the same thing. So at the end, they started calling that, okay, how much have you people gathered? I said, how much? Who are the people you are talking about? They said, the parents. I said, no. We are poor people. Most of us are widows, and even those that have their husbands and those that even have their wives, they cannot. They are petty. They are peasants. So they don't have any money to contribute. So he said, oh, you people, if government does not pay, I said, all we are trying to do is to see if the government can assist us. Okay, are you saying that if the government does not pay, you people will allow you leave your children? Okay, we have already killed one. That was what he told.
And all these meetings were taking place under the coordination of Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. And he was never invited for questioning. But they went around and then they picked his aide, Mamu. You call Mamu. But they left Gumi. Now, Gumi is now saying, declaring that we'll give you that power. People, they talk, you self, they talk. Call you. Let's say you, they Chris. You have no such power. So as it is, the list that Tinubu is parading is just to make or to amuse himself, according to Gumi. Tomorrow is another day. We'll wait for the sun to set, for the day to break, before we see, where this is coming from. Because we are talking about Kaduna, Abi. So some people now, they cited the Kaduna little finger, El Rufaya of Kaduna. And when they spotted him at SDP Secretariat, and that quickly, brought him straight to the front pages of the media. What's going on? And he said, I don't care what anybody says or anybody feels like. But you see the man, we put something, this man on the left, the man wearing glasses on the left. Now, Gunloye Bidato, the guy that TFCC arrested because he looted over $6 billion of electric power money in Nigeria, is Obasanjo's former minister. Just like El Rufaya of Kaduna, they were both former Obasanjo's ministers. Waiting El Rufaya they do with SDP and all that. Is that a political stunt? As Tinubu really abandoned him? Who cares anyway? But I just want to show you. Let it be on record too.
Yes. 2 seconds more. Again, thank you.
Please don't go on their Twitter or X.
No.
Don't write Twitter. It's Twitter or X. No. Let them go on Twitter or X. I don't care.
I told them this Muiwa, I think to the program. I didn't get it. Muiwa,
Okay, he Niman hasn't sent the picture.
Oh, you came to the house yesterday?
They came. They were there. Jimmy refused to come. He was.
I didn't see you there. No, he boycotted.
Boycotted.
Protested.
In protest. You don't need to ask for
this. This is an old phone number.
I don't use this anymore.
Yes. 2 seconds more. Again, thank you.
Please don't go on their Twitter or X.
No. Don't write Twitter. It's Twitter or X. No. Let them go on Twitter or X. I don't care.
I told them this Muiwa, I think to the.
Don't let the Twitter people see this video. And I was like, I don't care. So they are cooking something. That's what people are saying. What's he cooking? What is El Rufaya up to? We don't care too. It's just that when we see him, we go talk. All right? So let's leave Kaduna, and all that, and let's start coming down south. But we'll stop for Kogi. I'll show you where Kogi women were fishing. Well, in fact, Kogis were fishing, and the river too. Take a look. Somebody said, someone said, what's going on here? Somebody asked, what's going on here? Another person responded, I think it's a festival, like Argungu festival. So what we will call this festival for Kogi now? Kogi festival. I buy everybody, they also for food because about in Koje. If your net catch frog, now waiting your cadara carry be that or Benny clean and well go say Koje festival. Yeah. Be like some of you don't even know what's in they happen. But it's all right. So let's come down south and stop at this place in Imo State. All right. It's called, I go check the name again. Because I sort of do mix them together. Say Ohaji, Ebema. Somebody made this video. And for context, right? I'm gonna let you see it first and I'll say mine.
Good day. Good day, everyone. I'm about to show you people something everyone really needs to be aware of. This is, as you can see, a new oil company called Sterling Global. Drilling new, should I say drilling oil in Obiti, Ohaji. This is a new company. So far, so good. They've discovered 8 oil wells here. They started drilling, I think, last year or so, 2023, from my gatherings. They already have 8 oil wells stock. And from my findings, I heard from my little investigation, and then as I came here, I heard that there are over 75 oil wells scattered around this area. You can see they have about 3 to 4 turbines here. Around this place, there is 24 hours electricity, but when you go into the village, there is what they call abject poverty in this very village, this Obiti village. They don't even have electricity at all. They don't have electricity wire. Talk more of seeing it 24 hours. They are complaining that their people are not working in this company already. Where there are 8 discovered, they've discovered 8 oil wells already. Nothing is happening. Just nothing is happening. They are not getting anything at all as it stands. This is how it begins. Before you know it, now the youth will become restive and carry guns. Seek for solution. So they go about it the way they think they could go to get whatever they want. But if this company at this early stage could give the community what they rightfully deserve, there's electricity that are about 3 to 4 turbines they are wasting. Why not extend it to the village? Extend it to the village. Let everybody there have light. Why not build their roads? Why not employ their youths? Why not make their life very easy, and then so that you can have a free access to the oil? Build them schools, build them hospitals, and all what have you. Make them live comfortable life. So this is, once again, in Obete, already discovered 8 oil wells. It's already discovered here in Obete. Obete is in Ohajebema is in current Imo State. And Imo State is in the heart of Biafra land. This is a report compiled by Umuchukwu writers. I am reporting to you right from Ohajebema. This report will be published in a week or so. This is the month of March.
Thank you very much. Obete in Ohajebema local government area in Imo State. You heard that, you saw all of that. I probably don't even need to add anything to it. The community where they have 6 operational wells, oil wells. The community has no electricity. They don't even have electric poles. Talk less of having electricity transformers. They do not have road. They do not have schools. They do not have any real infrastructure. Their youth are there roaming about. But those who are taking the money and the resources, you are celebrating them in your magazines in Nigeria. You are celebrating them at your different forums because they are the rich people, rich in the multi-billionaires. Now man, they do man. Black man to black man. Anyway, thank you. It's not all gloom and doom. This is a promising image that somehow, I just feel like, wow. And it is coming from Abia State in Aba. Indeed. There can actually be some hope on the horizon on the side. They said they are actually having, the government of the states, they are planning to have such centers like that. They are planning to have that like across their state. And their job is to help continue to mass produce, clothing and all that, to the point that Abba Made would actually eventually gain his own expected recognition as the home of originality too, which is interesting. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool. But in Ilorin, for some reason, whether it is for double taxation or extortion, the Igbo traders in Ilorin have been off and on. And just 2 days ago, they had to shut down the entire shops, and I mean, like all of them across the vicinity, because of what they called special targeting from the state government that has continued to make them and their businesses a target of extortion. Even though the government of Kwara State called it taxation. But these Igbo traders believe that, no, this is an exception. Those who are carrying out all this taxation actually single them out for special persecution that is so obvious that they protested. So this time they actually shut their businesses. That's some strange stuff, right? For an Igbo man to shut his business, normally when you tax them or when you think you want to ruin them by increasing whatever you charge them, it's not hard for them. They just put the entire whole expenses on the entire goods. The consumer will pay for them. But for an Igbo man or Igbo traders to shut their shop in protest against massive extortion in Ilorin, then it's probably really a huge extortion that is possibly, tribally, or should I say, kind of has some tribal and ethnic connotation. That's what they said, right? But here, I'll show you.
Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ibi tí mò ń fídíò yìí, àwọn Yíbò ló rẹ́ǹtì gbogbo bẹ̀rù. Gbogbo wọn pátá kò sí èyí tó ṣí nínú wọn o. Ṣé ẹ ti rí báwọn? Lọ báwọn gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ sísàlẹ̀ lọ́hùn. Ìtàmọ́dù ni mo wà báyìí. Ìtàmọ́dù ní Táíwò nílọrin. Gbogbo ẹ̀ lẹ́ ń wò yìí o. Gbogbo wọn títí mọ́ Táíwò ké Táíwò sàlẹ̀ gbogbo all Igbo ní Kwara State pátá. Ó ní wọn ṣí ṣọ́ọ̀bù torí tax o. Òun lẹ́ ń wò yìí o.
Like I said, it is not just taxation. There's some state-sponsored extortion too, that they believe they are the main target. Just like the Ronukus of Lagos. Those ones are actually demolishing all the businesses. They don't want them. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. So why some, Lagos State is a place where for your own safety, they believe, don't cross the motorway. It's dangerous. It's so crazy that when you are arrested, there's no means of trying to stop you from doing it again. Rather, they would open a business or open shop on you to extort you. It's not about rescuing you, it's about stealing or extorting you at the end of the day. So now when I hear that, I do not know why a lot of people don't cross pedestrian bridges to save their lives instead of crossing the motorway, which is dangerous, honestly. But somehow, a lot of people prefer to cross the motorway, the expressway, than use the pedestrian. But when I hear that they are charging people who carry, if you carry load in Lagos and you want to, climb their pedestrian bridge, you will be charged money, 100 naira. About a carry load come like this, a thought is standing next to the bridge, and they will tell me I need to pay 100 naira before I could cross. Because that's how they run Lagos anyway. So here is one of them, and I heard that the Lagos State government and others, right? They have they've acted on this. But it's so ridiculous that somebody carrying load and you, able-bodied man, you'll be standing there and say they cannot cross the bridge except they pay you 100 naira. Like, are you for real? But it is for real.
No. Just let me know. Okay, now.
Imagine that. I'll live on like that, okay? I am going to take calls because I know a lot of you probably would want to be part of this from when it all started. I hope you watched from the beginning, right? So if you're still there watching, right, take a moment and like the broadcast if you haven't already, okay? Like the broadcast until you see that thumb up, that white thumb up, right? Until it turns blue, okay? And that will be you. You don't do it if you have already done it, right? And then my line is going to be opened. Yes, it's open. And the number is on your screen too. When I get back, I will take calls. Don't go anywhere. Thank you. Sorry about that. I do have a caller on the line. Good evening to you, Baba.
Yeah. Good evening, Maiyegun General.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm calling from Italy. I think now I'm becoming a regular caller now.
A regular, right? Is that you, right? Oh.
Yeah, it's Wilson. Wilson is my name.
Oh, is it Wilson? I do have a bride from Italy too. Okay, Grant.
Yes, yes,
I will remember that now, Baba. Thank you. How are you this evening?
I'm very good. You know, if you give us this antidote, sometimes we start even reacting to even, in fact, to catch these people on our life, all of them. They are evil. They don't even want to stop. That's the problem I have is that they don't even want to stop, and they have gagged all the whole media. The problem is that they have gagged all the whole media in Nigeria. No media apart from Rufai that is even trying his best. Other things they are doing, they continue lying. Look at what they did in people's village. Look at what they do. They drive those people away, and see they are still lying. Could you believe they don't even want to say the truth? That's the irony of all these things. No proper investigation. Nigeria is a crime scene.
Yes.
That is all I have to say. Nigeria is all crime scene, both from the church, both from yesterday I was talking to some people. I said, if I have my way to become anything in Nigeria, my first mission is to make sure that anybody that I had that is going to church or talking about Quran, should be sent to prison direct. This is how South Korea did and be free. South Korea, you see, that is world giant today. They drive away Christianity and all this because the more these people go to church, the more they are being, I don't know what they listen to. They cover their ear. They don't even care about what is happening around them, thinking that somebody is coming from somewhere to come and save them. Brother, no Jesus. I just want to tell Nigerians who are listening, nobody is coming to anywhere to save you. You have to save yourself, save your environment. Nobody is coming to save you from anything. If you don't know it today. Nobody is coming. These criminals we are allowed to be ruling us. This is how they will be continue ruling us until we wake up. Know that nobody is going to save us.
Right. If we are not stopped, they won't stop. Yeah, Baba.
They will not stop. If Maiyegun like make it preach to you from now till 30 years time, if you don't wake up, say enough is enough, there is nobody will save you. Nobody will save you. These people are criminals. Maiyegun, could you believe, man? Look at Akpabio. Akpabio stole 90 billion. You have said this thing before to this our audience. Akpabio stole 90 billion. That now they use they do off your mic, honorable minister, off your mic. Now Akpabio now they use do them. This same man become your Senate president. This same man, this criminal.
If he steals again.
This man is telling you that it will be okay. This man that stole your 90 billion and still telling you that it will be okay. Look at Gandola. Gandola, they showed you. The person, contractor will give them money, show everybody. They catch contractor. Whether they don't kill the contractor, nobody knows. Now the man is APC chairman.
Anyway,
I'm not talking.
let me take another one because of our time. All right. So thank you so much, Baba. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
Thank you.
here. Oh, did I just miss that too? Hang on. I think I got it. Hello there.
Salam alaikum, my brother.
Alaikum salam, Baba. How are you today?
Oh, I'm good, Maiyegun. I'm good. Thank you for all you do, my brother.
So how you've been here all night, or did you join us at
Oh, no. I've been here all night. I've been watching you from the very beginning. And of course, like I said, Maiyegun, the reason why I follow you is because, as I told you, 2015, I became a political asylee, came to America and applied for asylum, and by the grace of God, I got granted. Because as in everything you say is like, thank God I'm not crazy. Thank God I'm not crazy. Because in 2013, 14, 15, when fools wanted to vote for Buhari, I was shouting, I was pleading, I was begging. But even some members of my family were okay with me dying. And now I'm here in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world. And these same fools are calling me, begging me for money. Maiyegun, thank you for vindicating me. Thank you for vindicating people like us. God bless you. Now, the only reason why I called is 2 points. 2 points. Simple 2 points. I want to reply rat. I want to reply that bitch. And I also want to give credence to that pastor that was breaking down the different type of Yahoo.
Here you go. The message can always come back somehow, but the context is so straightforward, Baba.
Oh, Maiyegun, I will get there. Get there. Let us start with that bitch rat. Tinubu said that Nigerians are going to countries doing jobs that they will never do in Nigeria. I feel insulted, Maiyegun. That bitch insulted my hard work. And may God punish her and her entire household. Let me just give you a brief story. When I came to this country and I applied for asylum, the first job that I did, I worked in the warehouse. I was very good at my job. I became a warehouse manager. From there, I worked in construction. Not only that, I started out as a geotechnical engineer and I became a site engineer. By the grace of God, the job that I'm currently doing right now that is making me feel like an emperor, I cannot say it, but let me tell you, it involves me having security clearance. Tinubu does not have the security clearance I have. Remy, that bitch, does not have the security clearance I have. Do you know where I've been in this United States of America that bitch is saying that Nigerians go and do jobs that they never do?
They say that so easily, as if to say,
so easily.
Well, I mean, as so if to easily. Say somebody said work, legit work, which they never had in their lives, right?
We never had this rubbish.
It's something to be ashamed of. Okay. And they say that to say everybody who leaves Nigeria go abroad. And you know what I mean?
Let me finish. Let me even tell you where I've seen Nigerians in this country. Maiyegun, I've been to NASA. Nigerians are working in NASA.
Yes.
Over here close to DC, the NASA office in Maryland. Nigerians are working there. Maiyegun, the NSA head office in Maryland, Odenti, Maryland, National Security Agency, Baba, Nigerians, they there. Maiyegun, the biggest hospital in Maryland, John Hopkins, they there. Do you know how many Nigerian doctors they there? And this bitch, Remy Tinubu, they young rubbish. Oh, you see these useless politicians, so what a reward feel, Maiyegun, what a reward feel, they have disrespected us to the core.
Honestly.
And she's saying that instead of those foolish fools to fix up that country so that the jobs that we do here, we can come and do it back home. They are disrespecting us and they want us to send their money. And foolish Nigerians are still sending their money there. Maiyegun, do you know how many Nigerians that are in the American military?
Baba.
I have a colonel as a friend. Nigerians are in the Navy SEALs risking their lives. Is this bit mad? Nigerians are part of the police force in America. Baltimore Police Department, Nigerians are there. FBI, Nigerians are there.
The academia,
you see what
you
that
find
bitch
them
saying?
there. In what do you call it? Science and technology, like you
everywhere we are there.
Or they will always use the ones that are using, that are doing cleaning, the ones that are doing security, as if to say that is something to be shameful about. That's the one they use for
exactly. Legit work. Oh, Mama, let me now go to my second point. Let me now go to my second point. My second point about the pastor. I'll make it quick. Very quick. Yeah, I'll make it very quick. You see, what the pastor was saying, I love the fact that he was backing up a Bible verse. But even though people in the church were laughing and saying this one is mad, Maiyegun, remember I've told you before, Nigerians lack critical thinking, in-depth reasoning. So they will laugh at the pastor. But the pastor, they yarn fast, I beg. The pastor is yarning fast, Maiyegun. Let us be serious. Critically think. Reason deep. All what the pastor is saying is the truth. But Maiyegun, make foolish Nigerians pray to their sky daddy. Or more, nobody, they come save those zombies. Break up Nigeria and save lives. Thank you, Maiyegun. God bless.
You have a good one, okay? And then take it easy, bro. Here we have another call on the line. And here, hello.
Yeah, Maiyegun. Good evening. This is Ogogo calling from Italy.
Say that again. Who?
Ogogo calling from Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight, Baba? I
was
trying to
fine.
see how I'm going to like shorten that. I said, say it again, and you actually say it again. Then I'm going to stick to that. Baba.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining me. Everybody can hear you, Baba. Go on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I have three things to talk about. Right. First thing, Tinubu can never in his life surround himself like person with Maiyegun. The only people he can surround himself with is people like Frostros Keyamo, because those are the people who know his character, who know his well-being. So for him not to be exposed, he have to carry those guys along.
Yes.
Secondly, you see, everybody are money for. But let's say the Tinubu is money for the slave soldiers. What about the civilian, the innocent civilian that was murdered by those soldiers? Nobody is talking about them, Baba. You understand? They are not talking about them. You know, it's really unfortunate. And theory, you see, the system of Nigeria. I went to Nigeria. I just came back about 2 weeks ago. Everybody begin excuse face. No joy for the country. I decide to think that even if they share the Nigeria into pieces, I don't think it's going to work. Nah, it's not going to work because everybody have anger within themselves. You get what I'm saying? Everybody have anger. Everybody have angers within themselves. So it's going to be very, very, very difficult.
What somebody told me, my brother? He said, back in the days where you just see some people where they go just smile as if they walk up for road, right? You go see some people, they wear smile randomly. Some people, they do random kindness for road like that. It's all those things now. Everybody just, they carry the face like say that they fight somebody or they are just coming back from a fight or just going to one. Everybody is angry.
Maiyegun, if you come from abroad and you are walking the street of Nigeria, you will be afraid. You will be thinking, did I offend this person? Did I match this person? You know, that is your thing. Then lastly, you see, the way things are going on in Nigeria, you see, Tinubu have nothing to offer even if it is a Boy Scout that threatened Tinubu, if anything happened to a Boy Scout, Tinubu will be afraid of them. He can give them a national honor. Because why? Maybe he will be thinking those people if they can be able to talk about him, legitimacy, maybe something is going to happen. Even if it is Boy Scout, Tinubu is going to recommend them very well
to pay them off.
Yeah, because he don't want anybody to expose him. Thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother. I will remember that, and I'll figure out how I'm going to shorten that. Thank you so much, and my regards to everyone. Okay, you have a good one, Baba. So that's a brother from Italy. I've actually gotten 2 people from Italy tonight, which is great. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
This is Austin. How are you?
I'm very well, Austin. Thanks for asking. You know, just same old, same old.
Yeah, yeah, you've been. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You need to talk to me and ignore that broadcast, okay? You and I should continue to talk on the phone. All right?
I just tried to get organized. Yeah, sorry.
Can you hear me now? But if you are waiting for me to react on the screen to be sure that you are connected, it's going to be so awkward. Like we are going to be going back and forth. But yes, I can hear you loud and clear. It's better you even walk away from the room. Yeah, walk away from the room. When we finish, you come back.
And I say, oh my Lord. the highlight for me this evening. Are you there?
I deal with you, Austin.
The highlight for me this evening would have been something else, but that preacher caught my interest. You know, the reason being, a few days, in fact, I've been thinking about, about 500-600 years of oppression, slavery, colonialism, and everything did not kill or had not actually destroyed completely the Africans, both on the continent and in the diaspora. That means that something is brewing. You know, there's always time for something. He preached very well because you cannot become someone like Tinubu now would tell a Yahoo boy that he's doing wrong. And, that is where I saw it coming. The guy balanced it up to say that, look, these things happen. It's happening over time, but we can still get along. If you look at the European history, they used to burn people. The crime they've committed, they are still on. They are still advancing. It is us that are not knowing, that doesn't know what to do. And the bottom line is, we don't love ourselves. We don't value human beings. We don't feel the pains for one another. No empathy. No communalism. That is, if everything is fine. Where I come from, they said
and all that. No.
Exactly. No sense of community. Where I come, they say, I'm a baby that means, the whole town, the yam belongs to the whole town. Only one person has a piece of the yam. So that tells you the community spirit. That tells you that when you hold hands, things can be better. Now, and my second point is what the last caller said. The previous caller was very upset with Mrs. Tinubu or whatever her name is. Of all the insults,
yeah.
Of all the insults you put on those who are willing to leave the country wherever they want to go to have a good life or a better life, something better than, in fact, pursue their lives, goals and aspirations. Now she kind of diminished everything, put everything down to the lowest denomination.
Like, once you leave Nigeria, you're just going there to go and work inside this. I mean, that is insulting, especially for a lot of us who have actually sacrificed so much, right, to get to wherever we are today. For somebody like them, okay, who actually abused the privilege and made that name, that nationality, something of a weapon fashion against us. It's people like them, drug pushers, right? Those who had the chance and they ruined it at the time. But yeah, they are still ruining it even when they have the power to fix it, only for them to be throwing jibe by toss. It's quite insulting. I agree.
And the funny thing is, The funny thing is, what she did not mention, she said, "Oh, with all their certificates, they go there, they drive taxi and stuff like that." Why didn't she say what she and her husband did in Chicago? That people go there and do these things too.
What were they doing?
She didn't mention
what did they do?
Exactly. What was she doing in Chicago? Was she a nurse?
Opening bank
was she
accounts that drug money were being deposited. That's why her name was mentioned in that FBI document. Man, Austin, these people don't go make up well. They don't go die well. I swear.
Anyway, yeah, that's her own, because that is the lack of empathy. You see, when you mention what Tinubu was doing in Lagos, is Tinubu, they say the so-called strategy he has is the strategy of a criminal mind. That is the way he operates. But he's gotten what he's gotten. But we're going to see how far he's going to go. But another point with this military thing, with the death and destruction that the military took to the Niger Delta, to Edo State, it is very symptomatic. Yeah, it is very symptomatic of the fact that what they were trying to do, two things. If you look at the timing of this thing, and then other things that followed, they are trying to bury that news about all this Senate pardon and all those things. That news has been buried. Nobody is talking about it, because the gentleman the community man who was talking about what the soldier came to, he was very, very measured. That man was very measured. He wasn't talking directly to the point, but you can notice that he's asking questions. But others do ask directly, what was the military's purpose of going to that community? They went with 2 gunboats, and then all of a sudden, they're saying that they've been attacked with all their firepower. But anyway, let me finish by saying this. Nigeria has 2 options. There's a dichotomy of need, of vision people have. One, Nigeria should break up. Oduduwa, Biafra, let us all go home. And then the Fulani can find their way to Nigeria, wherever they came from. Or that is by consensus, okay? Right. Or by explosion. Nigeria would explode, and then the pieces will fall apart, and we'll find our way. Maybe if we agree,
the survivors can then say, like that. When everything don't go up in smoke, like you said, an internal implosion. Okay, so we can't come and say, like, maybe now our own house with this now, it don't rumble down. All of us will come out alive. We come out and say, Jukuma. Uche,
in fact,
you make them out.
Yes,
I make them out. Oh, bring your flag. Now, Biafra border be that. Oh, Olam, we did here. We saw. You know what I mean? Like, you know what people said about that, Austin? Those who make peaceful. Go on. Sorry.
The peaceful one will be difficult. Why? Because the criminals who are working at the upper level, they don't have tribe. They don't have nothing. They are friends because they are stealing together. It's going to be very difficult. They will not call a referendum. But Debanjo, I think, was mentioned in 1963, this in that some governors, exactly, some governors would not, assent to or refuse to look at. Tinubu would not go back and say, oh, let us restructure. He will do that. So that is the sensibility side. But I believe in the Big Bang theory that should solve Nigeria's problem.
Thank you so much, Austin. Thank you. I mean, I wanted to add something earlier, but because of our time, I'll say it when you are gone. Okay. Thank you very much, Austin. Now, I am taking another call, but what I wanted to say while Austin was talking, that is, when he says something about, we want it to be peaceful. We are advocating for it. We are appealing for it. We are appealing that this bloodbath should stop and let everybody go their separate ways now, like no fight. But it seems that is not going to work or ever work. So I wanted to say, but remember that they say those who make a peaceful dissolution impossible, peaceful breakup impossible, they will make a violent breakup inevitable. Possible, inevitable. Well, Google it. Hello there.
Hello, my general, Maiyegun General. How you doing, brother?
This is the African Wahala. The African Wahala. How are you, Baba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm doing very good, bro.
Great. Thank
you. Thank you for the great. Yes, sir. Thank you for the great presentation as usual.
Thank you.
I wanted to chime in on one topic that you stated yesterday. that was like the first thing you spoke about how it is impossible for Nigeria and Nigerians to do anything meaningful for ourselves. The only thing we try to do is to survive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have a so-called country that relies on crude oil to generate revenue. But for 64 years, almost 70 years, we've been saying 60 years, now we are close to 70 years. This country has not given us the opportunity to drill that oil by ourselves, to conduct the oil exploration, to convert it into reusable, products, like the way Saudi Aramco does and all these other countries. It's impossible. Now let's go into producing food for ourselves. Now they say the people are 200 million people. It's fake. Okay, I genuinely don't believe that Nigeria's population is up to 200 million people, simply because the last credible population census was around 1992 or 1990. The one they had in 2006 was highly contested. It was useless. We all know how everything works in Nigeria. Nothing works. So I would assume 180 million people, we don't even have the capacity to feed these people. Apart from the fact that terrorists are destroying the farms that would have provided food to feed us, we don't have the ability to manufacture machinery when it comes to harvesting food, growing food in large quantity for millions of people. We would have to go and start begging USAID, IMF, China Exim Bank. We are begging all these people all over the world, hey, please donate tractors to us so that we can cultivate food in large numbers. And then a useless governor will do a launching program for those tractors that were imported from China. This has been the consistency in this country for 60 years. I spoke about natural resources. We are unable to generate revenue by ourselves. We have to lease it out to Shell, BP, Chevron. Chevron has left a long time ago. Shell has left early 2024 after sucking the country dry, taking all what they need, and they've departed. There's nothing else. Now, let's talk about security. We also don't even have the capacity to provide security for ourselves. For 65 years of the existence of this contraption, no weapon manufacturing company.
CEO, important national assets like the crude oil, the pipeline, and all of that is supposed to be the backbone of Nigeria's forex, this or that. Something so important. Nigeria's, the protection and the security of it is not under the control of Nigeria. How is that even like making anybody sleep at night and say Nigeria is a country?
How is that a country? Like, the people that are still proud of this country, you think about it for a second. How can you have a country for 65 years? You can't feed yourself. You have to beg other people to provide you with machinery to feed yourselves. You can't even generate your own revenue from your natural resources. You have to give it out, sublet it to European companies, Chinese companies, American companies for 65 years. And these people from all over the world, they actually don't rate us for the most part. They see us as, man, these people slightly have a lower IQ than us. They genuinely believe that, even though that's false. But a lot of them believe that because of what we are manifesting.
They will say it's corruption, but to them now, these people are like subhumans. It doesn't look like it's only greed. They don't guess it at all.
That's all what we manifest. The only people that actually prove them wrong is when they meet us in the Western world. Like one of our brothers was speaking earlier about in Maryland, USA, you have Nigerians working in US military, big hospitals, running top-notch infrastructural development projects all over the world. One of the guys that developed Obuagbu, a guy from Delta that developed the vaccine for Pfizer COVID-19, Nigerian guy. It's when those types of people come on board that they now start getting conflicted. Like, are these people dumb? Because we can see they are smart at the same time. It's Nigeria. Nigeria is the problem. Nigeria is the common denominator that has made it impossible for us to shine. And when that thief, the rat, Tinubu, when she talks about, she's trying to belittle Nigerians for doing all types of jobs abroad. Listen, there is no shame in.
There's no shame in any.
There is dignity in labor.
That's right.
There is dignity in labor. It wasn't until I came to this country that I had to change my mindset. I had to do all types of dirty jobs before I slowly stabilized. And that is how it is for many other people.
You are, that's it.
And the Nigerian mentality that Tinubu was talking about already was that they wouldn't do these types of jobs in Nigeria. We would have done those jobs in Nigeria if the pay made sense. But obviously, that's not how it is. Nigeria is a country where the people that are professors doing big things in America and all these other countries, if they were in Nigeria, many of them will be hustling to become PAs, personal assistants, to these criminal politicians.
Fighting for it's just the unfortunate slot of the INEX slot every 4 years so that they can be electoral returning officer.
Yes, my brother. Maybe that's what Mr. Obuagbo would have been doing if he had stayed back in Nigeria. He wouldn't have helped Pfizer develop any vaccine. I'm not saying that I am an advocate of vaccines, but at least we have people that are shining. Yes. I just thought I'd put that out there. Nigeria is the problem. Nigeria has to go. Thank you so much, Maiyegun General.
Bless you, the African Wahala, right? You never miss too. Thank you so much, and you have a good one yourself, okay? So that is the African Wahala who just spoke there. I have another caller on the line. I hope I got that. Hello there.
Oh, goodness, sir.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
How are you? Yeah, I'm hearing you now. How are you?
I am very well. How are you?
It's a pleasure. A pleasure. Thank you for having me again today.
So the pleasure is mine, Baba. Thanks so much for joining me. Please.
Yeah. Yes, I was listening to the brother just finished up right now. Now, I want to talk about something like, you see, when we are talking about Nigerians, so there's a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, we have come to realize this, that there's no way we can succeed in Nigeria. That's why a lot of people are living there. But unfortunately, you see the same people after they have made their money, a place where you couldn't find life, right? There's no clean water, there's no sanitation, there's no electricity. You probably lost a relative, even your loved ones, from road accident because of a lack of security, kidnapping, all of that is going on there. So now you arrive in Europe or in the United States, you have made your money. Okay, instead of investing in your children, you are taking the same money back to that place you left where you couldn't succeed. So it's something I always say, why? I just don't understand that. What do you think about that?
I think it's just the human psychology somehow. And, let's say if we are left brain or if you are right brain, there are some certain things that you will do even if you have sworn never to do them, or you just find yourself like unconsciously still kind of aligning and doing them, because to make sense. True. Sure, you get. Person will run away from a place that I'm just getting away from here. Then you make the money, you made all of that, and you want to take yourself back in there to go and face those no electricity, no security, policemen, this and that stuff. Like, how does that work, Papa? If you ask me now, who I go ask?
I thought, okay, where I have to, maybe you should light on it, because I've been wondering. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you make big money, okay, you those who make big money, okay, you can say, okay, I can build here, I can build over there in case I want to spend holiday there. But I don't think one who is just working daily job had to struggle and starve the children. Children are not able to go to McDonald's. They are not going outside for recreational activities. You don't have future for them.
Drifts and all that.
Exactly. You just starve your children of those things because you want to go and buy some land in a place where there's no road, where there's no electricity. I just cannot get it. Because I was discussing with one woman today. The woman was talking on TikTok saying that she saw one old woman walking on walking stick. She's old. Oh, I don't want to end up like this. She was saying something like that. Is it where I'm going to end up too? Why this woman couldn't go back to Africa? Then I wrote her, don't you understand that all the time we Nigerians, we always say, we want to go back. Many of us who build those houses, they are not actually going back there. That is why you see them, they get old here. It's not because they haven't built home. For the woman was that, she hasn't built anything. That is why I'm doing. That is not the reason. The reason is that when you are getting old, you are dealing with old people's illness. You need ambulance all the time. You need medication. You need attention. Who is going to be there for you when you return back to Nigeria?
You know, and I know they tell person, they don't have to tell you, you will know what you are up against when you are actually like planning to relocate to Nigeria. I'm not talking about you going on holiday like you people would do. I'm talking about you having to live the life you've known, okay? And you are going to have to go and live there and then maybe just visiting this place once in a while. You see, that moment you are making that decision, you will tell yourself that I don't think I'm making the right decision now.
Yeah, and we're talking about old age.
Sure, you get there are those in the old age that need regular medical supply, you know.
Exactly. Ambulance. I live in a place now where most of evening ambulance always come out to take care of the old people here around here. Something happen, they might fall down, you have heart problem, whatever. There's ambulance always, because at the end of the day, when you get old, what you gonna enjoy that we will make it to say, okay, instead of me to invest in my children, let me invest in my future. What future at old age?
Like you are so right. See, let me. Sorry for cutting you short. Right, I had this this conversation with a lot of people too, and in fact, I actually had it with my own loved ones. They wanted me to have a house in Nigeria. I mean, I'm saying this now because not because it's not a good thing, like you said, but to so many of us who can sit down and think like you just postulated there, bro. Right? That's my position. So I'm like, I live in the UK. Okay, I live here. So if I am not living in Nigeria, why should I have a house there? And you know what they told me? Because of you know, when you are old, so you can have a place to come to outside, but I could cash out my pension and buy myself a small flat in Lagos or anywhere I choose if I still want to. If having a house at that age is. And they were like, no, you cannot do that. You need a normal. I was like, that's the mistake a lot of people are making. Do you know that a lot of people who no longer go back to Nigeria, who still stay back in America, in their 60s, in their 70s, they've been there for over 40 years, over 50 years, some of them, right?
They have to. They have children there.
They will tell you that, no, they can't go back anymore. But 40 years ago, their dream was to build a house in Nigeria. 40 years after, ask them now, why are you not going back? No, I can't leave my doctor. Oh, I can't stay in that place. What about your house and everything there? Some people are managing them for me. It will all come back to nothing. A lot of them are watching us. They will agree. Bro, go on.
Waste that, because that money will have been used. I see people who, I know one Yoruba guy, one of my neighbor. It's like to bury her here with the wife because he said they have one daughter. I say, okay, well, if we're able to finish it, this girl can inherit this one. That if she said this house, it will have something. Instead of going to build a house in a place where you start this girl here, she will not have access to a lot of things because you are saving. Whereas you might just pass away here.
A lot of things too in the process. You are denying yourself a lot of things. Only to now finish building the property and never live there.
One of our guys just passed away. They couldn't take him back to the house he's building in his village. They buried him here. Wow. So all this year of suffering, the children were starving. Everything. You know, I don't get it. You know, it's a pity. I want to talk about, please, briefly before I hand up, because we keep, like a brother was talking about, you know, how they not perceive Nigeria now, or the Nigerians now, as somehow people who are a little bit retarded. It's not just about corruption. It's more than that now. They are seeing Nigerians now like, oh, maybe they are somehow so human or whatever. They look it down on us now because we have seen that the resources God gave you, like they gave the Saudi Arabians, the Iranians, the other countries that have resources. Libya was the best country in Africa. The project Muammar Gaddafi has done with that money, churning water all the way from kilometers across the desert to his people. It's what China is doing. Exactly. It's what China is doing today now. What I'm trying to say is that as human beings, when God gave you we couldn't go to the moon, we couldn't invest machinery, cars, aeroplane, you know, but God was able to say, okay, I know you don't have whatever. We don't know why, but it is what it is. Okay, but I deposited all these things for you in case you cannot sell it and you to acquire those things you could invent it. But you see a black man, he's still just moving here and there like in the cycle, dancing, wearing agbada, and when I look at this, I want to cry. I want to cry. And yes, we say, oh,
missed opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, you know, backwater country was UAE was a backwater country as far, I mean, as recent as 1990. 1990, right? They still have this canoe where, you know, the Emiratis, right? They will jump on a wooden canoe, okay, to go onto their short, I mean, some of their rivers for fishing and all of that stuff, right? Today, those villages that you saw, all those old wooden canoe in 1990, you will now see all this high-rise building and all this choice destination in all over the place.
Yeah, in place of those things.
Just simply from crude oil.
Yes.
Crude oil.
Yes.
Nothing
Yes.
too much.
That we have too.
Just crude oil. And from 1990 to 2000, I mean, from 1990 to now, that place is now banning Nigeria from, they don't want to give Nigerians their visas. Don't come to our country. Like, see that space.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it before your show. I said that when a nation is seen as a failed nation or as a failed country, the people in that country are seen as failed people, irrespective of religion and creed. It doesn't matter, because your country is what they see that give you that respect. When your country succeeds, it means that you are smart. That's why you're able to build smart country. So, but when your country is seen as a country that's failed, nothing's working there. Anywhere you go, you are carrying that. They will be seeing you as failed people. It doesn't matter who you are.
From Nigeria. Oh, all right. Nice one. Nice meeting you. It's simply like, oh, you're from that country, right? Oh, no. It's such a shame, Baba. It is a shame.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Thank you so much, okay, for this. All right.
It's a pleasure, sir.
It's a pleasure, sir. Yeah, you have a good evening, okay? Nice one, Baba.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Sir. So, here, Nigeria that has army. Don't try Nigerian army. They can crush any insecurity anytime they want to crush it. Says a voluntary slave. Now, Dele Alakori, who is your Minister for Mineral Resources, who went to Kuwait. Was that Kuwait? I think it was Kuwait. No, was it Kuwait? No, Qatar. It was Qatar. So they went to Qatar and told them that they have natural resources in Nigeria that are really available for everybody's grab. So Dele Alakori was expected to be the Tinubu's propaganda machine like Layamo. But Tinubu had other plan. Now they made Dele Alakori the resources minister, mineral resources minister. And since then, Dele Alakori has opened shop. In fact, they have put together an army for him. I don't know if you have seen them. This one will be civil defense. So this one will be army or NIA or anything or police. So now special forest ranger where Dele Alakori is putting together to help protect. You know what they said? They said they were to protect natural resources sites in Nigeria. These are the people that will be providing security protection to those who are coming to take your mineral resources. You will be seeing them. You don't go know who sent them. You don't go know how they got there. But they don't pay people like Alakori here. And they have recruited an army, not the Nigerian police or Nigerian army, their own private army. They call them Forest Army. For Dele Alakori. In case if you don't know, I just thought I should tell you, but I have a caller too. Hello there.
Hello, Chief Maiyegun.
Sir, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Kemi Ologun.
Kábíyèsí kí bàbá kẹ́ pẹ́ o.
Àmì àṣẹ àtẹ̀yìn náà àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń wà ní Temple of Truth.
Àṣẹ bàbá. Thank you so much.
Òkè lẹ mú ru sí ọlá yín ó máa ròkè ni.
Àṣẹ.
Ọbẹ̀ ní bẹ́ṣu ẹ máa bẹ lójoojúmọ́ ni.
Àṣẹ.
Ẹ̀wà ni yín ẹ máa wà ní gbogbo ìgbà.
Àṣẹ o. Àṣẹ.
Baba, do you notice Chief Tinubu always remind us that light after the tunnel?
I know. Nobody uses it anymore. But it's crazy, sir. Go on, sir.
And he said all these all our governors, they pretend like we can't grow our food in the south. So we have to wait for the north because they leave the what's it called, Fulani, to come and raid. Like people are crying every day. We want to go to farm. A lot of diaspora buy land, invest, know that this is what our people need. We can make more money.
Yes.
You people couldn't protect us. They are killing. People invest a lot of money. Then you guys are collecting security allocation or whatever.
Security votes.
Every month.
Yes, sir. Do you know how much is total security vote that all the 36 state governors in Nigeria take a year, sir?
No.
You don't, I'll tell you. 326 billion naira. That's how much they take a year. 36 of them.
Okay.
Sir, do you know how much the entire state in Nigeria combined, 36 states in Nigeria budgeted for education in 2023, sir? In case if you don't, I'll tell you. 141 billion naira for education for the entire, each state. If you add all of them together and say how much is Ekiti planning to spend on education, how much did the Delta spend, how much did the Bayelsa say, put everything together, 141.2 or so billion. But for security votes, sir, 320 something billion naira. That's how much those guys collected and pocketed.
Okay.
Yet peace no day, security no day. Oh. Continue, sir.
All right. The past governor and the present. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
By the time the clock tick every second, yeah, we are going to fish them out. Even though they passed away, we are going to dig their grave out. Every single person die in Yoruba land. You see all those past governor, minister, we are going to dig them out. If they are still alive, this is going to be 1,000 feet. We are going to put them. Even though when they are home.
Bottomless pits.
Yeah, they are not going to see the sun. Even though they die, we won't know. We will not recognize them.
No. If we have their names on any monument, we will remove them.
We will remove them.
If we have any land issued to them and their family, we will revoke them.
We will revoke them.
If they have any part of the land that they have assigned to those they call their friends or family, we will revoke them too.
Yeah.
They are living on borrowed time.
They are judges, they are whatever they associate with.
Yes.
We are going to bring them because all those obas as well. We are watching them closely.
Yes.
Very, very, very closely.
Yes.
They won't go free. You see, this religion, you know, I'm always said, stone them to death. These religious leaders and the imam, pastors, can you imagine? Someone is going to tell me after Ramadan, I'm infidel.
Yeah.
So because of Ramadan now.
What happened to the Kafirins, the Kafirunos,
yeah,
the unbelievers? It's like we are their mercy, sir. So if they choose to spare us, that means they are merciful to us. If they choose to kill us, that means, well, there is no haram in it. And they want us to exist in the same country, sir.
Baba, Sheikh Gumi, like you said, Sheikh Gumi is going to lead the prayer. Sheikh Gumi, because they always say they are Muslims. So he's going to lead the prayer. People is going to stand behind him. He said, this is our leader. This is our sheikh. The person who's collecting ransom. They are taking people hostage. Ẹ̀yin àfáà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ ti ya wèrè.
Tó bá ṣì wà wí kò ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ ti ya wèrè. Ìyáláyà yín àtọ̀rọ̀mọdọ́mọ yín tẹ́ máa ń gbé bẹ́ṣíìtì sórí káàkiri yẹn. Àwọn fámìlì yín ló wà nínú ọ̀tí yẹn. Ẹ lọ síbi tó ti ń ṣe ṣẹ̀ríà kẹ́fílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ̀ fún wa. Please go to North, go to Sokoto, go to ibi tó ti ń ṣe ṣẹ̀ríà. If you want to follow Muhammad, go to North. Leave our own land for us. They can steal all the money, but there's no haram on that. Whether the G of children, you keep move.
No.
There's no haram on that. You are still Sheikh Gumi, your brother from North, prouding, like, yeah, I can be the middleman. Is not haram?
In the open, they are negotiating in the open.
Yeah.
Families are selling their properties, handing the money over to them.
But none of you are far. None of you are far. Imam, Sheikh from Yoruba land. Speak, because it's your Muslim brother. Baba,
it's a matter of time. Baba, thank you so much.
All right, Baba. Good night.
Yes, sir. You have a good evening, okay? Nice.
All right, sir.
So, as you don't hear una better act on top before you become a victim of your own silence, okay? People who claim that others are infidel because they won't sort of follow what they follow or how they follow it. If you're a Muslim in southern Nigeria, you see these jihadists, they do not even see you as one Muslim brother or sister. Every time the chance presents itself, I'm serious. So here is another caller. Hello there.
Maiyegun Baba.
Sir, how are you?
It's Austin. I'm okay. Austin from Germany.
Now another Austin. I had my first Austin from the UK. Austin, how are you this evening?
Yeah. Nigeria, we are pushing it. Very, very happy to hear from you.
Keep pushing.
I tried more than 20 times to get you this night.
Well, finally you got me, Baba. I mean, somebody told me they tried for 400 times. I was like, really? I said, yeah. Just kept and dial by 7.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I can
definitely
imagine.
Sometimes I will be driving and dialing, but it's okay. Anyway,
good to have you.
I really appreciate you. I really appreciate your efforts. You have been like a blessing to all of us, honestly.
Thank you, man.
We learn every day from you. Most of us that doesn't have time to listen to news. Though I don't listen to Nigerian news anymore, but if I want to get anything, I come to you.
You just wait.
That's how I get my own.
Because he always shows the same, but with different.
I wait in my.
Austin,
Maiyegun today.
I said the whole story always sounds the same, but with different victims every day.
Definitely. That's how Nigeria is. Anyway, I just want to go straight to the point.
Please.
Because when we talk about Nigeria, I said last time that Nigeria is not surprising me. When we see what is going on in Nigeria, first of all, Sheikh Gumi, they are changing Nnamdi Kanu for terrorists.
I know.
Have Nnamdi Kanu speak exactly and speak like what Gumi is saying, has been saying for all these years?
No.
Nnamdi have never said half of what Gumi is saying.
Never.
Gumi will come out and say that he knows where the bandits, the criminal, the terrorists, where they are. He said, come and negotiate with them. Come, let me lead. That means Gumi knows terrorists. And Nigerian government, no python have danced in his place. Nobody knows him. Nobody have ever go to him. So that when it comes to any person like an Igbo man or Nnamdi Kanu, Nigerian government will be flexing their muscles. That is number one. Number two, I can tell you that the military that was murdered in Delta State, they claim they killed in Delta State, was an arrangee. I will tell you, I'm telling you, I can tell you that the Nigerian military...
Austin is almost looking so now. Remember they said they went there for peace meeting. When that didn't fly, they said they went there to rescue kidnapped victims. That didn't fly as well. Then now we are now being told that he's there to stop bunkering so that Nigeria can make more money from crude oil. Now that is also not making sense. But here,
exactly. If they say that he went there to stop bunkering, and first of all, Nigerian government. So we're here. Nigerian government gave their security to guide the pipeline to Tompolo. And the Tompolo is the one that is in charge of the illegal bunkering. Thank you. Illegal bunkering. And now another man volunteered to go and stop the bunkering. Don't you think that he stepped on the toes of other military guys? Don't you think that those guys are the one that killed him? How do you tell me that a village, listen to what the other man said, that the village, they are not even up to 1,000.
Yes.
How do you tell me that the youth can have the mind and have sophisticated weapons to overpower the military and kill 16 of them?
Hierarchy,
How?
like hierarchy of military.
Hierarchy.
See, as those guys move, you know what that man said? That man said, as those guys move to that area, una go see protection team following them. Because those guys are not just anyhow guys. We're supposed to be anywhere, anyhow. Who killed them? They are not telling us yet.
Exactly. So now that is number two. Nigeria is a country where everything can go on. You can forget about it. Tinubu will not do anything. He can only honor them. The reason why he will honor them, Tinubu is afraid that the military will take over. That is why he will dance to the tune of military at all costs. Every time, any day. Tinubu will never, he will, even when the military will say, buy us this, he will buy. He will buy.
If they tell him to jump, he no go question, they go just ask him how high.
He will never push up. He will do it.
I know.
Exactly. He will do it. So that is Tinubu for you. Then his wife that came out to talk about Nigeria. Let me be honest with you. This is really the mindset of many Nigerians. The woman who was speaking out,
not just the elite.
The mindset of many, not just the elite. Many Nigerians, majority of Nigerians. You know, I was at home. I was in Nigeria last month. I went with my wife, with my family.
Oh, bless
so
you.
I know what I saw. What I saw in Nigeria. Nigerians believe, they always tease you. Look at you. You that are washing plates in abroad. I can't even do that kind of job. But they will come and be begging someone that is washing plates abroad money. So this is their mindset. Their mindset has been just to a small girl with a big God. That's the mindset of majority of Nigerians. Majority of Nigerians. They don't believe in hard working. They don't believe in dignity in labor. They don't believe.
Like they want you to feel bad that you work.
Exactly.
And whether you're working as a carer or you're working as a cleaner or you're working as a chef or whatever you are doing, like they actually boldly come around, like you said, though, people that will still beg you for money. They come around and say, it's not the body you they wash for abroad. It's not the exactly. They go wash there.
Yeah, not the Yashina, they go wash.
What kind of audacity is that? I never really see it that way, right? Like they want you to feel bad that you have a job. You need to feel bad that your job is meanwhile they have none.
They have nothing. Before I was driving. Before my car was around 2013 model before.
Right.
So one of my guys came to tell me, bros, you are bigger than this. If I can't drive this. Honestly, I told him, your great grandfather, did he have bicycle spoke? Talk less of you. The person that is telling me this, they don't have spoke. Bicycle spoke, they don't have.
The bicycle say, okay, I don't buy spoke, I go buy rim later, then buy two.
I mean, their third generation doesn't have it, have never thought of it. And he's telling me he can never. Yeah, he has advising me that he can't drive RAV4 2013 model.
No, it's not even advising you. It's pretty much putting himself in your place and say if he was you, he can't.
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
This is Nigeria. So the woman was speaking. She was just talking with the perspective of Nigerians, and she got many Nigerians. Many Nigerians think, if I go to abroad now, what am I going to go and clean Ibonias? To go and do this? To go and do this? I can never do that. Whereby he is lavishing in poverty where he is in Nigeria. That's the mindset. You know, they have used poverty to weaponize Nigerian mindset. Everybody is not. I will be honest with you. Majority of Nigeria, 75 to 80% of Nigeria are not normal. They are not normal. No matter however we want to think, Nigeria is surviving because of the grace of the ones that are outside. I'm telling you honestly.
Do you how much money they made from us? That's why I say many people know through them. They see make enough money, like, you know.
Yeah. If not the ones outside, Nigeria is finished. I'm telling you honestly.
It would have been worse than Venezuela by now. Now we they build them, but they don't know.
And anywhere you touch Nigeria, it's only the ones abroad is subsidizing Nigeria. We are really subsidizing. We are really doing a lot. We are really doing a lot. I'm telling you honestly. So I would say, for Nigeria to change, someone was saying this night, if Nigeria divided into pieces, there will be no peace. I disagree with him. Quite all right.
Right.
Because the foundation of Nigeria, the foundation of Nigeria is faulty. There is no way you can. Nigeria is irredeemable. You can never redeem Nigeria. It's impossible. No. Nothing you can do. Remove Tinubu. Put Obi 2 times Obi. Will never redeem Nigeria. 2 times. Right? You will see. He can never redeem Nigeria. He can't. He can.
And when if he make any effort to genuinely, anybody will make effort to genuinely say they want to fix Nigeria,
they will kill him.
That person will kill him. That person, before they kill him, anybody that wants to genuinely fix Nigeria, that person is probably plotting to break up Nigeria because that's the only solution. And once they sense that this is what you did so you won't fix this thing. Fixing it means that everybody will finally find the boldness and what it takes to break away. They will kill you first before they break Nigeria, and that's it. That's why a lot of them will touch it or even say it.
Sorry, there was one rumor I was here. I don't know if it is true that Emefiele remit 4 trillion naira back to the government.
It's a lie. Do not believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I was just saying. Let's say that
it's $90 billion. Educated dafties actually believe that she stole $90 billion and she's returned $90 billion.
How did she carry it?
Remember that time?
How did she carry it?
How did she carry it? And you see people when they talk, say we may not even know this Austin. The majority of the world are looking at us as people who are like subhuman, like people don't really get sense.
Definitely.
They're always loud. Meanwhile, we are there like bragging like we are this, we are that. When they look at us and be like, this we don't even like,
No, the world knows Nigeria. The world knows Nigeria. Like African Wahala said, I always like African Wahala. He always make very vital point. Or every time he says it, he come up one. He was just saying that anywhere we go.
Thank you.
Anywhere we go.
I am gonna let you go now, okay? I can tell that you are multitasking behind there, right? So thank you so much as usual, okay? I look forward to talking to you again. Okay, Baba, take it easy. Now, I am stuck in between. Should I take my last call? We're already over 3 hours. So I'm like, should I or should I not? Should I not? Can we spare? No, what will happen is that we would have to call it a night, okay? Let me save the energy. And you save your time. So when we meet tomorrow in the afternoon, tomorrow is Friday, so we'll call it TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And you can indeed phone in and share what you want to share tonight or what you could really share tonight, okay? And you can also look forward to this, the premiere of this broadcast later in the morning. Thank you so much to every one of you. As usual, we've had a wonderful night, okay? A wonderful evening, rather. And it's great. And to some of you, it is a great afternoon. It is actually great night to some, because I bet it's my friends in India, Australia, and all that. You won't believe it. They're already in tomorrow. They're already on Friday. And not just being on Friday, they are just early in the morning, Friday morning. But to the rest of us, we are just few hours away. All right? Okay, Nigeria is already on Friday as well. I will see you some other time. So thank you, all of you. And you all have a wonderful night. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ aráyé. àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Maiyegun Diary Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tójódodo. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé, gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Allow the children it's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. She off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Politico, Maiyegun don't come, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come, and in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don't come, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó lódodo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀, làmọ̀ tó lódodo. Maiyegun ti dé ọ̀rẹ́ ara lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Please take your time to read the caption of the broadcast, or read beyond the caption of the broadcast. Read the description of the broadcast. Share it. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Your frenemies. Tell them that Maiyegun today. Rector Scott, all of you now. Tell them. Cardo-B oniro, Emefiole and Emefiole's crime. They will be child's play to what Cardo-B, Cardo-B, Cardoso will do to you. Propaganda lanje, propaganda vibes and inshallah tifnubunomics. Hang on, did somebody say no volume? You better copy to it now if the volume is not working. Or you might check your own audio. Thank you so much. Motide, thank you very much for joining me once again. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. We miss our midday broadcaster today, simply because I don't know if you notice. I think I've got a swollen cheek here, right? So I was having some toothache earlier today, but it wasn't like my teeth. It's something that's like my gum, and I had to use some painkillers, and some of them makes me feel drowsy that I had to sleep. I think I still have the remnants in my system. So that was why we are not on earlier today. But I've come with a better loaded package tonight. And if you have shared the broadcast already, thank you. I don't know if you probably saw the news earlier today. It started from last night. And majority of you probably didn't see it as propaganda. I mean, true to it, I actually wanted it to be true. Because even me, I want to see, Nigerians kind of have a win. Like you have a break. You know what I mean? With this whole thing happening, the whole storm that you have to deal with every day, especially the economy. So even me somehow wanted the news to be real so that you can have something that you can say, okay, yeah, at least that's a break. And what am I talking about? Last night, Cardo-B, Cardoso and their propaganda machine, they went to work. And it was to alert Nigerians that, listen, the problem of backlogs, backlog of unpaid, money of investors in Nigeria, especially the international airline operators in Nigeria. So let me give you the backstory. Under Bukwari, these international airlines, they signed a deal. And in that deal was, they will come and trade in Nigeria. Okay? And whenever it is time for them to recoup their profits back to their headquarters, which is their home country, the money will be converted to dollars. And the Central Bank of Nigeria was a partner in guaranteeing that investment. You know, when they say investors should come to your country, investors should come to your country, there are some agreements. It's not just coming in to do the business. There are some certain things. Everyone who comes to do business in your country, they are coming from somewhere. They started from somewhere. They profit or whatever they make. And their intention in your country is not to help your country. It's for them to make profits. And in the process, they may be helping. Their services and all that may be helping you. But whatever they give to you is for profit. It's not charity. So at the end of the day, they will need to take this profit or their investment back to their country. So the agreement is, yes, once your money is matured, you want to take them away. So under Bokuwari, these airlines and some other like international businesses in Nigeria, they started having problems of forex. Normally, when they trade in Nigeria, they trade in Naira. When you buy your ticket or airline ticket in Nigeria, it is in Naira. Abi? Now, if you have, for example, let's say an airline have 500 billion Naira accumulated because the Central Bank of Nigeria of Emefiele continue to tell them, you know, we'll get that cover, we'll get that cover. At some point, they were giving them fraction of the money they needed to take back to their country, affecting their operations. But that was then. At a point, it finally stopped. They couldn't take their money back to their country. How can you do a business in a country and you can't take the money back to your headquarters? Because that is a branch of your business. And that can actually affect other, you know, any problem with a branch can affect the other operations. Or you just have to shut down. So this now accumulated to what was then $10 billion. And in retaliation, these companies, these airlines ran back to their countries. And the one that is more prominent among those who actually retaliated, the Nigerian criminal politicians, Nigerian government under APC, they have Naira, there is Naira. That was the money people paid, but the central bank had to make it, turn it into forex for them to take away. And that was the problem. So Dubai responded, UAE, you know that. They had to ban visas to punish Nigerians because of this money. So when Tinubu rigged himself in, so they took their propaganda machine to UAE. And within minutes, they announced to the world that UAE had lifted the ban on visa because Tinubu promised that he would clear the backlog. He will pay all the money. But do you want to know where these scammers, these criminals, who seems not to give a damn about the consequences of what they are doing, as long as their propaganda machine can run with all this falsehood, half truth, and then you know, do some other abracadabra that will make it look like, oh, the policy seems working. Oh, Tinubu has cleared the backlog. No, they didn't clear any backlog. Do you understand what the problem is, right? I'll tell you. When this Wahala started, Naira to dollar exchange rate was 400 Naira to $1. Remember that APC, Egbekegbe, met dollar to Naira or Naira to dollar at 145 Naira official rate to $1 and 199 Naira to $1 black market rate in 2015. I hope you remember that. And immediately they came in, every money they found everywhere, they looted them, right? So the airlines who had, for example, 1 million naira when APC Egbekegbe came in, and exchange rate was 145 naira. You see, that 1 million naira could automatically be like around 1,500 or so dollars. Abi, 1 million naira. Somehow, Abi. So, but when APC Egbekegbe came in, let's go forward. When they now make a deal with the Central Bank of Nigeria that their $10 billion will be made available to them at the exchange rate of 400 naira to $1. So 400 naira to $1. So 1 billion naira. $1 billion then will mean 400 billion naira. So with 400 billion naira, they will get $1 billion. So look at that deal that way, right? But when this Tinubu and his Cardo-B came in, they now offer that, listen, number one, we don't even know if all this money is true. So we are trying to probe and see which of the money is true, which one is not true. So how to know which money, which of these businesses with their bank statement, everything, showing the money. So they said they want to investigate. And the template of checking which of this claim is true and which of them is not true is this. Cardo-B offered to pay those who are ready at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira. Now, you know what that simply means? That means to get, before with 400 billion naira from their $10 billion, with 400 billion, they will get $1 billion. Abi, the overall $10 billion, you could possibly put it at 4 trillion naira. So let's say all these international businesses and their money in Nigerian bank that they couldn't take out is a total of 4 trillion, which will give them $10 billion. Okay. So now when you now decide to pay them at the exchange rate of 1,600 naira to $1, what you are doing then is that, let me see how I can explain this in my way, right? What you are doing then is that, you see $10 billion, that was 4 trillion. So what you are now saying is, we will give you 4 trillion naira. But today, $1 billion, just one, is 1.6 trillion naira. That is $1 billion, 1.6 trillion. So which means the airlines, right? They would have to convert 1.6 trillion of their money to get $1 billion. Now, if you multiply 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, 1.6 trillion, I think that should be 3.2, 4.8 trillion, okay? So which means Nigeria is going to give them, instead of $10 billion, Nigeria will give them something around $3 billion. Nigeria will cancel $7 billion.